Do not worry.
Howdy everybody, welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream, folks. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you from America, the United States of America, folks. This is our third live stream here. We are doing a Sabra taste test, folks. We are tasting the world's worst hummus, made by Israelis. Tier list.
فشرت عينه بعمر ينطع ولا شبر مدشر ماخده بين حسط خالي يده فيها طماع مكمل رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد إذا حطوا الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر ينطع ولا شبر مدشر ماخده بين حسط خالي.
The song is called Castro by Fawzi.
فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Welcome to this brand new live stream. It's very casual. I'm doing this by myself. The crew is in Lebanon while I'm here in these United States. يا هلا وسهلا فيكم كلكم يا شباب. شباب وصبايا. Let's listen to the song a little bit more. Might get me copyrighted, but who cares? Let's party.
هالكل شخص يحكي الموال اي عائق واقف قدامي كاسرو عمي كاسترو كافيتير كاسترو عمي كاسترو كجفارة لفينا العالم بسيجارة وخاصة ودنا كل شي خسارة باخر اليوم سدد الحساب اذا حطوا الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر ينطع ولا شبر مدشر ماخده بين حسط خالي يده فيها طماع مكمل رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد إذا حطوا الطرق فاحنا قطاع.
Fawzi, do not copyright this video. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? Sorry for wasting your time. Apologies for the quality of the camera. I'm in my sister's room. I cannot control the lighting. I cannot control the audio very well. We are doing the best that we can. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing good. Let me take a second first. This is very unorganized. To thank some of our brand new patrons who have joined. So what we're going to be doing today, we have a few topics to talk about, a few little things I want to highlight about, like some Israel stuff. Then we're going to look at some H3 stuff, and we're going to react to Frogan made a video response to Ethan. We're going to watch that. I'm going to watch Ethan Klein's video about the swastika sword, and I'm going to be taste testing and tier listing all of these disgusting Sabra hummus, which I spent like $40 on. But first, let me just take a second to thank some of our brand new patrons. And to make up, I'm going to tell you guys what I did to make up for the money spent on the hummus. The hummus! Our brand new abductee patrons, Tani Trenberth, and Imran Khan, and Jenna. Welcome to our Patreon family. And blonde patron Stargirl 707. The best way to support this channel, folks, is by supporting us on Patreon. Pick a tier that's right for you. You can also join our YouTube membership, or send in super chats and stuff like that. We appreciate you all very much. And you don't have to do any of those things to support the channel. You being here, watching, liking, commenting, engaging in the live chat, subscribing to the channel, that is all fantastic. We love you for being here. Thank you so much. Like I said, folks, I had to get 9 flavors of Sabra. I thought I was going to find like 2 or 3 flavors. I was shocked to find as many as I did. So they ended up costing, they're around like $4.50. Now, I bought some from Wegmans. They were almost $5 there. Then I bought like 5 of them from Safeway. They were cheaper. I ended up spending around $40. So to make up for that, you guys will remember that a few weeks ago, our amazing viewer, Harley, started a fundraiser for Mohsen and his family. We've already donated to that. We've already donated to that charity, and I've just went back and I've donated another 50 pounds. Okay, let's expand on this. I've donated another 50 pounds for Mohsen's family. Here we go. 10 minutes ago, folks, just to make sure. So I've donated 50 pounds. That is more than the money I spent on this hummus. I genuinely felt bad for doing it. I genuinely felt guilty. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I have, it was the only way to do it was for me to spend the money. If I want to sort of raise awareness about where this hummus is made, how bad it is, I had to spend some money on it. So hopefully the donation goes a long way to make up for that. And hopefully just talking poorly about this hummus brand on the channel can also dissuade some other people from purchasing it in the future. Hopefully making up for the $40 or so that I spent on this. Dizzle McFizzle just sent $5. Thank you, Dizzle McFizzle, our beloved Dizzle McFizzle, giving some money to dab on the Zionist. Well, thank you, Dizzle. That's what we're doing. I'm spending money to dab on Zionists, but I'm also supporting Zionists in the process. So we donated some money. If you guys would like to donate to Harley's charity to support Mohsen and his family, the link is pinned at the top of the live chat, and it's also in the description of our video. Harley has already raised $16,000 previously for Mohsen and his family. And they're so sweet. They left us they actually updated the post with some more pictures of his little nieces, Masa and Mira. Look how adorable these little girls are. So all of the money that you donate to that charity is going to go to support Mohsen's family. There are like 20 people. They were displaced. Their home was destroyed by the IDF. They even graffitied a Star of David inside of their home. This is their home. This is the Star of David inside of their home. This is little Masa. She's 5 years old. More photos from 2024. Look at these adorable little kids. The money that you'd be donating guarantees food and supplies for the family, medical care, funds for transport, and any other emergencies. And a lot of you guys have donated. You guys are fucking awesome. So, yeah. Consider supporting. And this is on me. I've already donated to atone for my mistakes. But I know I got a lot of shit on Twitter, and I'm going to get a lot of shit probably in the chat and stuff for buying Sabra. I know, folks. And also, just think about this. I'm already in the States. Like, I feel like every penny I spend here is directly or indirectly supporting the state of Israel. So I don't really feel good about being here and spending my money in the country anyways. But I'm going to check back every few minutes to see. Hopefully, if you guys want to donate, it would make a massive difference for Mohsen. And you guys have already donated. You guys have already helped propel this fundraiser to very lofty heights. Just one quick note. I wasn't able to find the chocolate. Everyone was mentioning the chocolate hummus. I was able to find a Cedars, which is a Lebanese brand, dark chocolate hummus. So we will try the dark chocolate hummus. We've got 9 varieties of Sabra. I've got 1 Cedars regular hummus. I've got a Wegmans hummus. And I have a homemade hummus that my dad made, which we're going to try at the end. So we're going to do a little bit of combination. We're going to be eating the hummus while we react to some H3. That way we can have some stuff going on at the same time. We have 217 of you in the live chat, so thank you guys for joining. Yeah, people are saying that, yeah, taxes already do that, so yeah, paying for your taxes, just all that stuff. We're already contributing, but I just wanted to, I feel better, honestly. Donating the money made me feel like I took a weight off my shoulders. If you guys would like to donate, help Mohsen, let's do it. Now, enough wasting time, folks. Let us get to these topics, starting with, a lot of you guys have been sending in very sweet fan art. Now, I told you guys I was not going to lean into the Milhouse thing. I don't want to give H3 any power over me. But I'm going to be honest, I never hated the Milhouse nickname. I love The Simpsons already. Milhouse is a beloved character. And a lot of you guys have been sending in some very adorable fan art. So that makes it all worth it, I guess. Viking Unicorn sends this. Basil Shake and Rushing made this come out messy. But hey, had fun. This is a fucking fantastic piece of fan art. This is adorable. Everything's coming up, Anthony. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. This was shared on our Discord, by the way. There's a link to our Discord in the description. Check it out. New York Anthony shared this. This isn't fan art, but he said, didn't know where else to post this, but this is who I think of when they say Milhouse. I kind of do agree. You know, I'm more of that kind of Milhouse. If you ask me, he's got his protein shake or something. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Ellen sends this. She said, hey, do not worry, pod. I made a Milhouse emote for chat for you. I hope it works, lol. Let me know if you need me to email the PNG or something. Let me know if it is working in the chat. There it is. It's in the chat. I see it. I see it. So, folks, and by the way, for those of you tuning in who don't know who I am, I'm Milhouse. I'm Thrillhouse. I am Anthony. I am the guy who Ethan has busted for, spoiler alert, not liking Israel. Oops. So, thank you for the lovely fan art. We love you guys. Next up, I just want to highlight a quick thing. So, as you guys know, the Irish band Kneecap. We listened to one of their songs opening one of our episodes. Kneecap were recommended to me by one of our viewers, Mudmud, who is from Scotland. So they went viral for having this at their Coachella set. It said, fuck Israel, free Palestine. Everybody freaked out. The right freaked out. Republicans are freaking out. Sharon Osbourne is freaking out. How could they do this? How could Coachella allow this? How could a mainstream American event allow such disgusting speech against America's greatest ally, Israel? How could this be allowed? Tone415 sends $5 and says, and not a short king like AB. Hell no, I ain't short. Robotic person sends 2.79 Canadian dollars. Huge Jewish anti-Zionist community. Damn, that's fucking awesome. Robotic person, I'm guessing you're Jewish. That's fucking amazing. We love you, and we love Canada. I found out last week that apparently half of my viewers are from Canada. So this is what Kneecap did, and the internet freaked out. Well, I just wanted to see this other thing. There's this Israeli band. So if this was offensive, you know, if this is offensive to the right, I wonder what the right thinks of this. This is an Israeli band at a concert. An Israeli band broadcast images of the Gaza genocide during a concert in front of a euphoric crowd. Israelis are literal demons. I'm not going to say whether or not they're demons, even though I've said stuff like that before, but I'm not here to say that. No comment. But if saying fuck Israel and free Palestine is too much, what the fuck is this? Look at this. Look at these. Literally footage of destruction in Gaza, shooting, bombs, and Israeli people celebrating. This is how Israelis celebrate. Now, we've already reacted to the Two Nice Jewish Boys podcast where they were saying, like, they were talking about going clubbing, and they were like, it would be even more fun when we're out clubbing if there was footage of people in Gaza suffering in the background. Like, Ethan gets upset that I said some scary shit, or like that I got upset that I was like celebrating seeing Israelis getting a taste of their own medicine and being afraid. Look at this. Does he have anything to say about stuff like that? Look at this disgusting shit, bro. Again, let's turn up this music so we listen to their bullshit music a little bit. But Ochlu Banush. Look at this shit, folks. So just wanted to highlight the depravity. These are our neighbors. These are our neighbors, and I'm supposed to love these people. I'm supposed to get on camera and tell Ethan Klein that I feel bad for Israelis and I understand, and we need to work together hand in hand to find a peaceful solution. So yeah, shame on these people. Shame on them. Not gonna waste too much time on this though. Switching cameras real quick while I switch up the topics. Now we had a couple of friends of the show, folks, mentioning us, giving us little shout outs that I want to quickly talk about before we get into the taste test and all them fun reactions. Chris Kunzler, friend of the show, he did the video, called
It is like how you...
The Confused Zionism of Ethan Klein. He made a video. Let me just open all the links. Ferid Murra. Asmongold. Oh. Folks, Asmongold talked about me.
Online.
How crazy is that shit? And let me open one more video, and then there we go. There we go. Friend of the show, folks, Chris Kunzler. Let's see what he had to say about the...
And all these dipshits. And everybody thinks this guy's awesome, apparently.
Oh, sorry. Spoiled it for you guys. Friend of the show, Chris Kunzler.
Act as if Lebanon are the aggressors. It is frankly disgusting to set up a state there that was sympathetic to them, that might normalize relations with them. And you sit there and act as if Lebanon are the aggressors. It is frankly disgusting. It is like how you cannot understand how the Do Not Worry podcast was not upset at all about Israelis fleeing a rocket attack and a siren. The reason that people from the region...
Chris Kunzler, friend of the show, we love you. Everybody go subscribe to Chris's channel. He's already at 15.2k subscribers. He's going to overtake us in like a week, if you ask me. Haley D, our queen, friend of the show, one of the greatest viewers we have, just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. 5 of you are now members. Thank you, Haley, for the constant support. We love you guys so much. And Chris Kunzler, thank you so much. I haven't reacted to this video. I'm sure it's interesting. Let's watch a couple more minutes.
Think like this is well documented in an article by Norman Finkelstein in the early 1990s about Palestinian reactions to Saddam Hussein firing Scud missiles at Israel. And when he asked them why did they whoop and cheer at the prospect of Israeli civilians being targeted, all of them said it wasn't really actually about civilians being killed. It was Israelis feeling like they did for once. Feeling like they did when their homes were bombed and destroyed.
Exactly. It's just getting a taste of their own medicine. Thank you, Chris, for communicating it better than I could.
Experiencing the fear and terror of Israeli raids and oppression. For that one moment, Israelis had to experience what every single Lebanese person has experienced through bouts of mass slaughter. And even then, just hearing sirens and getting to hide in your bunker doesn't compare to what Israel has done to the Lebanese people. And this is why it just irks me so much that Ethan sits there and talks about history, because anyone with any knowledge of history should be able to say, well, actually, what the IOF have done to Lebanese people far eclipses what has ever been done to Israeli civilians, and any politics must therefore centre the people of Lebanon, the people of Palestine, rather than the feelings of Israeli people. And Ethan, if you...
W's in the chat for Chris Kunzler. By the way, if you guys ever watch a Chris Kunzler video, if I sent you to Chris Kunzler, let him know. The Do Not Worry podcast sends their regards, and we love our friend Chris. Let's go to Bunker Cat. I've not heard of this creator before. It was the first I hear of him. I think it was shared on Discord because Nour sent me the link. Let's see what he had to say.
Frogan and denims and all these dipshits. And everybody thinks this guy's awesome, apparently. Even though he looks like Millhouse. Dork. Denims, by the way, was the
guy looks good though.
Hey!
Why is he speaking on people's
And
looks?
everybody thinks this guy's awesome, apparently. Even though he looks like Mill.
Yo, Bunker Cat thinks I look good. Thank you, Bunker Cat. Friend of the show, new friend of the show. Here's a subscription for your channel, Bunker Cat. Everybody go subscribe to Bunker Cat. 105k subs. We need your support, Bunker. But thank you. He was super nice. Appreciate that.
House. Fucking.
At least he has a beard, okay? Anyone who just keeps a mustache and stop at a mustache, shave your beard off, anyone who does that is sus, bro. Keep a beard, okay? If you don't...
Now, I've had a mustache before, Bunker Cat. Do not judge me. I have had a mustache before. Heather sends $5 just to be supportive. Thank you, Heather. We love you. We appreciate you. All of this is going to make up for the Sabra fund, folks. Between spending money on the hummus and between donating money to make up for buying the hummus, this is an expensive episode.
Keep a beard and you only have a mustache, you are sussy, my guy, okay? I don't make the rules. Ethan loves making fun of people's looks.
Look, CC says, I do see the Millhouse resemblance. Look, I kind of see it too at this point. After all this time, when I'm more shaved, when I have a very short beard, and with those glasses that I'm wearing right now, there is maybe some kind of a Millhouse reaction. Even one of my friends was like, you do kind of look like Millhouse. So I had to, I had to kind of concede that point.
Dork. Denims, by the way, was the real villain of the video.
So,
Yo, he said, with the straightest face in the world. Denims, by the way, is the real villain. Isn't Denim...
Our salutations to Bunker Cat. And one more. We got one more reaction, folks. But this one from the bowels of the internet, from the bowels of hell. Asmongold, folks. Asmongold talked about me and the Millhouse situation. We just have to... Just a second. This was kind of surreal.
Progressive content creators, Hasan, all of these different people. He's finding new people every day, basically, to get in fights with.
Of all people, this guy, Matt Lieb. Frogan and denims and all these dipshits. And everybody thinks this guy's awesome, apparently.
I don't know.
Even though he looks like Millhouse. Fucking dork. Denims, by the way, was the real villain of the video.
To be fair, he does look like Millhouse. I don't hate this guy. I don't even know this guy, but he does.
He doesn't hate me, folks. Asmongold, come on. You should not be one to talk about what people look like, my guy. I'm going to be nice, and I'm not going to say anything about your hair, your face, your teeth, your mouth. Just the whole cleanliness situation of your house. You used a dead rat as an alarm clock. You got cockroaches walking all over you. So it's very rich for you to comment on people's looks, but let's he's being nice, okay? Let me be nice. Shouldn't I be nice?
Kind of look like Millhouse. He does. It's fucking funny.
Evil hate.
Oh, bro, come on. All right, anyways. I guess we made it to Asmongold. I don't know what the fuck that says. You know what I mean?
Full fucking.
Yeah.
And I'll say it and I'll double down on it. And people. Oh, no.
No,
Did I not go there?
And it's all culminated, at least for my story.
I think that there's a degree of, this is criticism for Ethan, is that I think almost all of his negative moments came out of live streaming. And I think that...
Anyways, we don't need to watch more. Asmongold. Okay, so that was just a few updates. Now, by the way, you guys might notice my lighting could be a little bit dark. I'm gonna go mess with the settings just for one quick... In a second, actually. Give me a second. Because the lighting here keeps changing. What do we got next? Let me just open up the list. I think we could start reacting to some stuff. I've gone rid of some of this stuff right here. I think we're going to react to the Ethan Klein video next. Let me get that boy ready. Let me get that puppers ready. Yes, next up is, I haven't watched this yet, so we're going to react to iDubbbz and Hasan's situation keeps getting worse. So that is the solo video that Ethan put out. And I might try having some hummus while we watch this. Let me maximize this for a sec. And then here is, by the way, let me show you guys the tier list that Nour has prepared. Boom. So we have our tier list for hummus. These are the 9 Sabra flavors that we have. I have Wegmans Classic Original. I have the regular Cedars, the dark chocolate Cedars, and a homemade variety of hummus, which is, most likely going to be the best one. Sleepy by Flinge sends $5 and says, my favorite Zionist, Eve Shartlow. I think she means Eve Barlow or whatever. Also talked about the Kneecap thing. Love shitting on the second worst Zionist lolcow. She is pretty horrible. She is pretty cringe. Like fucking Shannon Osborne. Like what the fuck? The most random people were talking about this. Thank you so much for the support. Sleepy by Flinge. So this will be the tier list. We're going to work through this throughout the episode. As we watch a video, I'll pause. I'll have some hummus. Might as well do it as we go. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If a Sabra Hummus tastes good, who knows? Maybe one of them will make it to S tier. I don't think so. Here, let us get this iDubbbz video ready to go. This Ethan Klein video. It's 7 minutes and 52 seconds, so I will play it at 1.25 playback. Let me just make the settings a little bit brighter here. Good to go, good to go. Okay, folks. Before we start this video, let's open up the first hummus variety. What do you guys think? Let's start off with the first of these. Let's try the classic. Okay, we're gonna try the Sabra Classic. Okay. Now, before we get into the hummus, let me just do a quick little history lesson about all these hummuses. CPT Grinner sends $2. It says Ethan's output is cruelty. It's so sad to see. It is. He is being just basically cruel and just horrible. Tahira Abraham just became a member. Thank you for joining the channel. So I just did a little bit of research before all of this, because before we get into this, sorry, again, this is a little bit unorganized, folks. I'm doing this solo. It's complicated. So Sabra Hummus is essentially, why is Ethan Klein upset about the whole Sabra thing? Let us get into it al Seria. Okay? So according to Ethan Klein, Sabra So, in Hebrew, I got this off of Google. In Hebrew, Sabra has 2 primary meanings: a native-born Israeli and a type of prickly pear cactus. The term is used to describe individuals born in Israel, mirroring the cactus's tough exterior and soft interior, symbolizing resilience and adaptability. It's also used to refer to the prickly pear, a common fruit in Israel. Now, before Ethan ever mentioned this, I had no idea. To me, Sabra was just an Israeli brand of hummus that we didn't like. So saying that I don't like Sabra Hummus never felt like, I don't know, what's the word? Anti-Semitic. If you don't like a brand of food, I never thought of it as an anti-Semitic sentiment. I just thought, hey, it's bad hummus, or hey, I don't like Israeli hummus, or I don't like the fact that Israelis claim hummus as their own. I don't think any of that is anti-Semitic, but just saying that this brand of hummus isn't good, and the fact that it's called Sabra, like, does that automatically make a person anti-Semitic? Like, what if this brand of hummus was called Lebanon? Like, here's another example that I want to give. Oops. And also, and now, who owns Sabra? Now, someone in the chat was saying earlier that Strauss sold the rest of their shares to Pepsi. According to Google, it's still a joint venture. So while Sabra Dipping Company, which produces Sabra Hummus, is a US-based company, it is a joint venture between PepsiCo and the Strauss Group, an Israeli multinational corporation. Sabra's headquarters are in Queens, New York, and its main production facility is in Virginia. Oh shit, that's where I'm at. The Strauss Group has been criticized for its ties to the Israeli military, leading to boycott campaigns against Sabra. So I am not sure if Strauss has completely divested itself from Sabra and sold it all to Pepsi. That's what someone in the live chat was saying. Either way, I'm not going to take a chance. I don't feel comfortable paying for Sabra, buying Sabra. I still think they're going to be supporting Israel in one way or another. So I'm not fucking with this. I'm still happy I donated the money today to Harley's charity, so we can make up for this. But there might be a chance where it has been divested. Now, just a little bit more background. This I found on Twitter, which I found very interesting. Someone shared this with me, which I want to share with you guys right now. This is Sabra Hummus in Australia. It's actually called Obela. It's called Obela Hummus, and it's called Obela in Australia, in like New Zealand, I think Argentina and Mexico. So Latin American territories, it's the same logo, but it's not called Sabra. It is called Obela. So then I was like, okay, since it's not called Sabra, if you say you don't like Obela, is that anti-Semitic? If Obela doesn't have a sort of like an important meaning in the world of, like, in Hebrew or anything like that. So I did some research to see, okay, what does Obela mean? Does Obela mean something significant to the Jewish culture? So that if I say that I don't like it, is it considered anti-Semitic? By the way, this was shared by Pickle183742. She says, oh my God, this is Australian Sabra, Obela. So I wanted to know, basically, what does Obela mean? Is it another word for Hebrew or for a Jewish person born in Israel or whatever? The word obela can have multiple meanings depending on context. In Spanish, it can refer to a wafer-thin slice or a wafer. It can also be a surname with Italian and Maltese variations, potentially coming from the biblical name Abel or Abel. Now here I was like, okay, maybe it's like a Cain and Abel thing. So maybe obela technically does mean something. In other contexts, obelus refers to a punctuation mark used in editing, blah, blah, blah. So here, nothing that directly connects the word obela to Israeli culture. Matthew Lister sends $5. He says, look, man, stop stressing about the money you spent on this. You're doing this for science. We are doing it for science. Don't worry. No, I'm worried about the money that we spent, like, to support Israel. Not that I spent money. Don't worry about it. That's all I'm worried about. Like, because I've been called out on Twitter a lot. So, I just want to make sure that I'm guilt-free. Obela is also in Mexico. Yes, so this is the Latin American name. So, also, then I looked, okay, does the word obela mean anything in Hebrew? The Hebrew word obela doesn't have a standard or recognized meaning in Hebrew dictionaries or religious texts. It's more likely to be a misspelling or a word borrowed from another language, potentially Spanish, where oblea means a thin wafer. In Hebrew, obela is not a common word and does not have a known translation. So Ethan Klein, my man, if I want to I'm just going to call this obela. Does that make me not anti-Semitic if I say that obela hummus is bad because it is not called sabra? This just shows you you could poke so many holes in his logic. It is so bad. It's so silly that he's angry about, sabra. And just some more research. The Hebrew word hevel, which is the root of the name Abel, means breathe, vapor, or empty, which is what sabra tastes like. If you ask me, it tastes fucking empty and vapid. And it's associated with the concept of transience and fleetingness in the biblical story of Cain and Abel. Abel's name is linked to this meaning, suggesting his life was short and fleeting. So this is, if someone really wants to fucking reach and like stretch for a connection, you could say maybe it's tied to like Cain and Abel, but like, was Abel even Jewish? It's got nothing to do with that. So for some reason, if you don't like Sabra Hummus in the US, because it's called Sabra, you're anti-Semitic. But if you live in Australia and you eat obela and you don't like it, or in Mexico or in Argentina, hey, you're fine. You're good to go. Now, a little question that I have for H3 fans and Ethan Klein and stuff like that. What if, so the word Sabra, here, actually, let me play this video real quick and then we'll get back to this. I'm sorry, this is a little bit all over the place. Let's remember what Ethan had to say about Sabra, and then I'm going to give you guys another example. Check this out.
In which they have a tier list where they rate people where good is Arab and bottom is loves Sabra. Sabra is a very popular hummus brand. I know in Israel, it's pretty much in everybody's refrigerator, and it's
way to call that. Like Ethan says that Israelis know good hummus and stuff. Any self-respecting person who likes hummus would not have sabra in their fridge. The fact that he says most Israelis have sabra in their hummus, just an extra reason to not like or respect Israeli taste buds. What the fuck does that mean? Are you telling me Israelis really can claim hummus as their own when they eat sabra and all of them have sabra in the fridge, bro? What the fuck kind of cope is that? Disgusting. But I guess I'm anti-Semitic for saying that.
Sure. They're an American company, but they've been in Israel. It's pretty much in everybody's refrigerator, and it's kosher.
And it's kosher. Why? What the fuck do we do with our hummus, bro? What makes hummus not kosher? It's fucking chickpeas, olive oil, lemon, tahini, and garlic. What do you mean it's kosher? Like, just by saying it's kosher means the Arab hummus isn't kosher. It's like fucking bad for some reason. What's wrong with hummus that isn't kosher? What does kosher even mean? Isn't kosher supposed to be like for like meat, or like stuff has to be blessed in a way? What the fuck does that mean? It's kosher. It's kosher, guys. The hummus there is kosher.
American company, but they've been the subject of the pro-Palestine boycott. I mean, it's kind of just Arab good, Jew bad. I mean, I'm having a hard time seeing this any other way. And what's crazy is that
So Arab good, now he doesn't talk about the fact that because sabra means person born in Israel, but that's what he basically means. Because love sabra is at the bottom and sabra means a Jewish person born in Israel and, you know, can say Habibi's at the top. That means Arab good, Jew bad. Well, Ethan, I have a conundrum. I'm a little confused because if that's what he claims and if that's what he believes, well, let me know what you guys think about this. In Lebanon, the cedar tree is a very important part of our culture. It's so important, in fact, that it is on our flag. The Lebanese flag is basically a red stripe up top, a red stripe at the bottom, and a cedar tree in the middle. Sorry, folks, my computer's like crashing out. So, oops. So the Lebanese, I can't pull up my my thing has crashed completely. Let's see what we can do, folks. Oopsie, wow. Okay, there we go. Whew. Oh my lordy. This is scary, folks. Too many tabs open. Way too many tabs open. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. So, this is a picture of the Lebanese flag, folks. Ooh, what is happening here? I'm sweating too. It's so hot in here, folks. Google Chrome is opening up for some reason. Did I not save the photo? Oh, okay. So, one second. Just 1 second, folks. Some technical difficulties are arising. Okay. Cedar. I'm literally like sweating. It's so hot. Okay, sorry guys. I really apologize. So, the Cedars of Lebanon hold significant religious, cultural, and historical importance. They are deeply intertwined with the history and identity of Lebanon and are also prominently featured in the Bible. The Lebanese national flag prominently displays a cedar tree. And who owns Cedar? Well, basically, Cedar Foods is not an Israeli brand. Cedar Foods is an American company that started in Lebanon and then expanded to the United States. The Hannas, Cedar's founders, came to the United States and developed their own family recipe for hummus, making it a national brand. Cedars is known for its old world method of making hummus with pure ingredients and simple process, okay? And this is the sign. This is the Cedars brand. Now, just like Ethan claiming that Sabra is such an important word for Israeli culture, and if you say that you don't like Sabra, essentially means that, you know, you're anti-Semitic. Well, what if someone eats Cedar hummus, which pretty much means... Okay, I'm gonna have to close out this whole page. Sorry guys, my internet was crashing. So, file, new window. This ruined my whole point. I can't have this many things open ever again. I'm just gonna pull up the Lebanese flag, folks, so you guys can look at it. The internet's like not working at all right now. That's kind of the problem. What is happening here? So anyways, what I was gonna say is, since Sabra, sorry guys, it's kind of crashing. If someone is in chat, my Safari is not working anymore for some fucking reason. Let me quit it completely. It's not connecting to the internet. Oh no. I'm sorry guys, just 1 second, okay? Here. Literally sweating bullets right now. Sorry, I hope the live is still working because I had to accidentally close down. Yep, it is. But yeah, it's like not functioning very well. I'm gonna have to call in my friend Castro for a second just for some support. We have 500 people watching me crash out right now and watching my live stream not work. That's excellent. I love that.
revolucionaria. Quien no tenga una mente que se adapte a la idea de una revolución, quien no tenga un corazón que se adapte.
حط الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشلت عينه بعمر قنطاع ولا شبر مدشر ما ياخدوا من مصطح.
Okay, so sorry guys, I really apologize for all this shit. It's kind of stressing me out right now. This is the Lebanese flag, okay? Here you go. The cedar tree is prominently featured in the center of our Lebanese flag, and like I was just saying, it is a key part of our culture. It is biblical. The brand is called Cedar brand. So if a Jewish person eats Cedar hummus, basically, and doesn't like it, does that make them anti-Arab? That is the point that Ethan Klein is indirectly making when he says that if an Arab or if someone eats Sabra Hummus and doesn't like it, they're anti-Semitic. Well, that's kind of what, that would kind of be the equivalent for Cedar Hummus. Here that is again. So the Cedars of Lebanon hold a significant religious, cultural, and historical importance, deeply intertwined with the history and identity of Lebanon, and are also prominently featured in the Bible. The Lebanese national flag is prominently displays a cedar tree. That means, I conclude, folks, that if a Jewish person or any person eats Cedars hummus and does not like it, that means you're anti-Arab. Just like if a non-Jewish person eats sabra and doesn't like it, if it makes them anti-Semitic, the same exact thing holds to Cedar. So I would like to see Ethan Klein eat Cedars hummus and say that he loves it, or else he is anti-Arab. That is the same logic that he's using. It's kind of insane. And now we can move on, folks. I'm sorry for this. This was not supposed to take so fucking long, but the computer literally crashed in the middle of a live stream. This stuff is so stressful. So what do you guys think? Is it anti-Arab to eat Cedar hummus and not enjoy it? Okay. Back to the plan. Okay, we're gonna react to Ethan Klein. I'm just gonna open video by video. I had to close all the other tabs. It's fucked, but whatever.
Hey guys, Ethan here.
I'll have to redo it in a second. Nour, if you're still watching, all of the Ethan Klein clips that are sent on Twitter, please update them on the Do Not Worry document, okay, so that I can just click on them instead of going through the DMs on Twitter.
Do not worry.
Whoopsie. Sorry guys. Honestly, once my stream starts to crash and I start having issues, I lose my cool a little bit and I start panicking. And I'm kind of panicking right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna need a couple of seconds to gather my thoughts, because when things crash around me and technology crashes, I start to worry. So let's react to this Ethan Klein video.
Here, I never thought in a million years that these people, as much as I dislike them, would intentionally include a swastika and a call out. I really wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you watch this entire video, you will come to the same conclusion I did, which is that this is almost certainly an intentional dog whistle. These guys...
So just for context, this was part of the content cop. I feel like this is such a bad live. Sorry guys, I'm really panicking right now.
Hey guys, Ethan here. I never thought in a...
So this is a follow-up to the content cop and the swastika sword that Ethan was calling out on Instagram and stuff.
Hey guys, Ethan here. I never thought in a million years that these people, as much as I dislike them, would intentionally include a swastika and a call out. I really wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you watch this entire video, you will come to the same conclusion I did, which is that this is almost certainly an intentional dog whistle. These guys knew exactly what they're doing. Well, listen to what I have to say, and then you guys can tell me in the comments if you think I'm being dramatic or not. To be fair, this sword belongs to this dude, Ichigo, and he's got a badass sword. Got like a Hindu symbol, which they also fuck with the Swazi over there. Not in like, you know, the anti-Semitic way, just in the vibes way, right? So, I mean, here's what it looks like in the anime, and I mean, that's right. That
Look, I've never seen this anime, okay? So I don't know anything about the sword. I don't know anything about the symbol. But if it's like, if that's what it is in the anime, and the guy's a fan of the anime, and he just owns the sword, I don't see why. Like, come on, again, you know what I mean? It's such a fucking reach.
I mean, that's a swastika. Those Nazis really ruined what was be otherwise a really cool symbol, right? But the Hindus use this, Buddhists use this. It's not just the Nazis, and that's the reference that they're making on Bleach. So here's the first conversation that we have about the sword on the podcast.
And as we watch this, folks, I'm going to start opening up the first hummus. So I got to reopen the tier list. Got to reopen that tier list up. Tier list. I do not like streaming solo, folks. I do not like doing this alone. So I'm going to start with the classic Sabra. Okay? We are starting with the classic Sabra Hummus. Okay.
Cast, and you'll notice just how gracious I am. You know what I mean? I would never dream to be serious. I would never dream that they would do this on purpose. It's just too crazy. But here's our first combo about it. Maybe he is and he doesn't care. I don't know. They had a sword that looked like a swastika in the video. I know it was an anime thing, but maybe we'll be a little more careful.
I said that this morning too.
Let me pull that up. I know that.
Okay. So, first hummus of the bunch, the classic Sabra. I've had this before, okay? But I cannot remember what it tastes like, to be honest with you guys. This is kind of messy. Let's go, folks. Haven't had this in a long time. Long time. Classic Sabra. Israeli hummus. Go. All store-bought hummus is kind of shit. I mean, this one is... Okay, let's see. But what the fuck is happening? Okay, is that the classic one here? I can't fucking read. Yeah, it looks like the classic one. What are the ingredients, bro? Like, how do they make this stuff? Let's just look at the ingredients. Chickpeas, water, tahini. Okay, so far that makes sense. Soybean oil and or sunflower oil. Should be olive oil. Salt, garlic, citric acid. That's where you start getting problems. Potassium sorbate to maintain freshness. So it's probably the citric acid and the potassium sorbate that are giving this flavor. Look, guys, this is like a D. Okay, the regular Sabra is like a solid D hummus. I'm gonna be honest. It's not the most disgusting thing you'll ever have in your life, but it is subpar. It is a subpar hummus that lacks real flavor, any personality. So we'll start with a D on this one. Okay.
The chances that they did on purpose is close to 0, right? So I'm not accusing them. But like, just be a little more aware next time.
Why would they have that though? Like, I feel like you buy that, you take one look at it, you go, you know.
Okay, I think I missed a couple of things here. Nagok sends $5 and says he's just doing the sword shit to try to move on from Skullgate. And U Watson sends 5. Do not worry, memberships. Thank you so much for gifting the memberships. Thank you to everybody watching. And sorry about the little mishap earlier. So let's continue.
Maybe not.
I got no clue.
Well, it's not actually a swastika. It just looks like a swastika.
Pretty damn
right?
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's from
It's from an
Bleach.
anime.
Can you send it?
Oh, it's from Bleach. Okay.
Oh.
Like to bleach my mind of this video.
I'm not gonna say that they're
But
most
yeah,
genocide.
probably should have picked a different katana for the
Like
photo.
Ian posted this to Twitter, okay, with a katana,
Listen, he's just embracing his new audience.
with the least anti-Semitic people on Twitch. Zoom in on the hilt, dude. You're being an activist. You're wearing a Palestine scarf, which is great, but don't do it with like. Look how close the swastika is to the Palestine scarf. Like, bro, how are you doing? Who are you helping here, man?
Oh, that's right. Ethan is so concerned about helping the Palestinian cause. He's like, Ian, you're hurting the Palestinian cause by putting this thing that looks like a swastika next to the Palestinian flag. That's Ethan's always the first concern when it comes to Ethan. And the thing he cares about the most is the Palestinians. You know what? We need to take care of the Palestinians. That's why he thinks they should all be in Gaza. That's why he loves Tel Aviv and the fact that there are no Palestinians allowed to like walk around over there. You know what I'm saying? That's why he thinks that Palestinians should not be allowed to leave Gaza or else they're going to come and kill him. He loves them so much that his main focus is, you're making the Palestinian movement look bad by associating the Palestinian flag with this symbol. Totally. I totally get you, Ethan. Totally. Now, let's try Ethan's favorite, roasted garlic Sabra Hummus. Now, I've also tried this one. These are the only ones that I ever tried. I only ever tried the classic Sabra and the roasted garlic. Now, the roasted garlic comes with, like, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's got a generous, like, dollop of, like, garlic right in the center. Look at that. Just minced garlic right in the middle of it. Possible to open these fucking things. Okay. We got the... Smells very garlicky. I'll give it that. We got a cracker. Let's get some of the hummus. A little bit of that garlic. Oh. I personally like my hummus garlicky. I think all hummus should have A little bit of garlic in there. I don't know if the rest of the hummus here has garlic in it. And if you need to go to the center to get the garlic, I'm just going to try some without the garlic. Okay. Okay. I think it's definitely better than the standard one. So we're going to move the standard one to D, to E. And the garlic one is going to get a D because this is very standard because I just realized you need to have at least some garlic in there. So this is a D. The regular goes down to an E. But garlic is definitely a little bit better. So here we go. We got two flavors down. The classic and the roasted garlic. Let's get back to Ethan complaining.
We don't want to see swastikas this close to Palestine scarves, right? That's sending the wrong message. But okay, you're our white savior, Ian. I defer to you. Is he a fan of bleach? That would at least explain why he owns this one. And well, here is our what we found. So is Hasan a bleach fan that just thinks this sword is cool? He likes the character. That's why he bought it, even though it looks like a swastika.
Oh my god!
What happened?
I fucking hate when you're right, bro.
Me?
What?
Open what I just sent.
Holy shit, dude. Everybody listen up.
What's happening here?
S tier. Wait, I don't even know who that guy is.
That's Isaac, Bleach.
Oh, I don't watch Bleach.
Doesn't watch Bleach. Now, this video is from 8 months ago, right? So, I mean, listen, it's been almost a year. So we continue to look to see, hey, is he a fan of Bleach? This one's from 4 months ago, which is pretty dang recent.
No, it's play on the...
Does it get worse? Does it get worse?
Ooh, one moment, folks. Sorry, the crash. My laptop is like barely functioning right now. It is barely functional. It's kind of crazy. I can't remember what I was supposed to react to anymore. It is kind of crazy. Ooh. We're gonna go to the creator class stuff really quickly. Just after that, reading donos. Okay. Let's go back to this.
Oh god, is this even more recent?
It's much more recent.
This is no, this is from 4 months ago. No, what does he say?
Do you watch Bleach? I do not. I do not.
So 4 months ago, he's not a Bleach fan. I'm trying to find any out, right? Like, there's no way.
So Ethan's trying to say that the only reason Hasan bought the sword is because there's a swastika on it and he's anti-Semitic. Okay. I mean, you see, like, these are the arguments you end up having to make and you have to resort to when you can't make any logical arguments.
They would intentionally use the sword with the swastika. Now, this clip is from today, and I want to show you guys just how, like, I so want to give them the benefit of the doubt on this. Sword with a swastika hilt.
Well, I've been informed repeatedly that it's a Buddhist swastika.
I'm sure it is, Dan. and is Hasan a big fan of Bleach, we establish?
What we established is that 4 months ago he was not. It's possible that he binge watched the fuck out of it in the last couple months. It is possible.
If that's what happened, it started with the hilt and inspired him to watch it.
I still think it's a poor coincidence, but it also is just like, come on. Did nobody look at this? Did nobody look at this at all?
Do I think any of them actually like wanted to put a swastika in the photo? No, no. I don't actually think that. Do I think that it's insane that they didn't catch that there's a swastika? I mean, somebody at some point must have noticed the hilt of that is a swastika.
Or maybe after they posted it and then everybody pointing it out, maybe you just take it down and post a different photo.
No, it's still
I assume
up.
you took quite a few. You know?
It's still up. Well, guys, pay attention because this came out right after the show ended. And I gotta say, guys, I don't think there's gonna be a single person left watching this that has any doubt about what's happening. Here he is buying the sword at an anime expo.
I want the normal, this one. The normal one without the... This one's sicker. Wait, that's a little sus.
So he points to the swastika hilt and says that's a little sus. At this point, I feel like you can pretty much conclude that he was talking about the shape of the swastika. Although I would think that Hasan fans and Hasan himself would still deny it, saying it's a Buddhist symbol. I was talking about something else, whatever, yada yada.
Lizzie's saying the guy who uses the sword in the anime literally fights Nazis. So again, Ethan is fucking reaching here. I don't know anything about... Should we do some research? I'm just scared to open Google because my computer's gonna fucking crash. What should I Google if you guys want me to read about the sword? A Bleach sword?
Well, guys, here's another one from July 2023.
Immediately goes for the swastika one. Got it.
I like this already much better. You're the one who owns this. Remember when we did that designer clothes stream?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Hasan, can you say that one more time for me?
That's a back. That's like a bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Immediately goes for the swastika one. Got it.
I like this already much better. You're the one who owns this. Remember when we did that designer
That's a great point. He is the one that owns it. So, I mean, guys.
I mean, he's making a joke. It looks like a swastika, bro. Yeah, he's like, oh, you went for the swastika one. He's making a joke, but it's not actually like an anti-Semitic, like fucking Nazi swastika, bro. Like, that's not what it is. It's a fucking anime sword, man. And the character in the anime is attacking. Here, let's look it up. Let me try to look this up and see if my computer will crash while I search this up. So I'm gonna look for bleach sword swastika. Okay, this is according to Quora. I don't even know if this is accurate, but let's see. In the Bleach anime, why does Ichigo Bandai's sword look like a swastika? In the anime, it features a sword hilt that resembles swastika. The design choice has sparked various interpretations and discussions among fans. The swastika symbol has ancient origins and has been used in many cultures around the world, often representing good fortune and well-being. However, in association with the Nazi regime, it has led to controversy and negative connotations in modern context. In Bleach, the design is primarily an artistic choice by the creator, Tite Kubo. The hilt's appearance is meant to convey a sense of power and a connection to Ichigo Shinigami's heritage. Kubo has mentioned in interviews that he draws inspiration from various cultural symbols and motifs, and the resemblance to the swastika is unintentional in terms of its negative implications. It's important to view the design within the context of the series and Kubo's artistic vision, rather than through the lens of the symbol's more recent associations. Fans and viewers are encouraged to appreciate the character and story rather than focus solely on specific visual elements that may carry different meanings in different contexts. So, I hope that makes a little bit more sense. Gonna close that up and continue here.
What are we doing here? So we've confirmed that even as far back as 2023, he knew it was the swastika sword. I tried to get him out of this, every step of the way. But here, and I mean, is it a coincidence that Ian really shaved his head just before doing this?
Marco says, ask us next time. Ask you what, Marco? Ethan drew a swastika on PewDiePie. Yeah, I saw that. What the fuck is that?
Video and he's holding a swastika one. I mean, free Palestine, really, bro? The movement doesn't need this, okay? We can free Palestine without being a Nazi.
Me, on the other hand, I look so cool.
I have some dope attire on.
Yeah, did you buy this?
1 second, I'm gonna look up Manji. Manji symbol. So this says the swastika was adopted as a standard character in Chinese and as such entered various other East Asian languages, including Chinese script. In Japanese, the symbol is called manji. In Buddhism, however, the symbol is known as manji and signifies the Buddha's footsteps. It is used to mark the location of Buddhist temples. In China, it is called Wan and denotes the universe or the manifestation and creativity of God. So again, Ethan cannot help but make everything about Judaism associated with anti-Semitism, Nazis, wiping off the Jews off the face of the earth. He is simply obsessed. Chaos of Trouble sends 5 Do Not Worry memberships. I feel like I do not deserve anything today because of how shitty the stream is going, but thank you so much for the support. I feel like this is being disastrous right now.
Yeah, I was buying another one that was black because I thought it matched my outfit, and it had a swastika, and I was like, oh.
Ludwig saw the sword, and he's like, oh, it has a swastika. So clearly it's the first thing everybody notices about this sword. It's not subtle at all. So, guys, what do we think, right? I mean, what do we think? What do we think? Okay, yeah, fuck you guys.
This is such a half-assed video. Like, you put this out on your fucking channel, bro? You're putting this out on your channel again. Like, yeah, it looks like a swastika. They don't have any of the context. They don't have any of the historical context. They don't know anything about the fucking anime that it's based on. So yeah, if I were to look at that sword, I'd be like, is that a fucking like Nazi symbol? Just a little bit of research. I just did a cursory 2-minute search on Google, bro. I am now up to date on what the fuck the symbol means. The manji, and in China it means retracing the Buddhist footsteps and finding temples and stuff. Simple. 2-minute search, but Ethan does not want to do that. FT Jan sends $10. He says the manji is a symbol used in the Americas. Coincidentally, I was researching CU beadwork last night and came across a bag with it beaded onto it. Now, I wouldn't buy anything with that symbol on it just because I don't want to confuse people. But I mean, if it's on like a sword that's based on a famous anime series, hey, like whatever, bro. It's fine. And it looks like an inverted swastika kind of. It doesn't look like a full-on swastika. It looks different enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Too, okay? How about you fucking Nazis? How about that? Guys, if you got an alternate theory, please let me know. But as far as I can tell, This ain't no coincidence. And by the way, he's holding it in such a way that makes the swastika pretty apparent. Why did you choose that one, buddy? Well, this is the white savior, Ian, who's just found empathy. Unless
You're right, Ethan. Ian, iDubbbz, is anti-Semitic. Hasan is anti-Semitic. And they're just holding this. They want to show the world the swastika, you know, front and center. They want to bring Nazism back. And they want to hold it as close as they can to the Palestinian flag to associate Palestinians with Nazis. That is exactly the plan, Ethan. You are so smart. You figured it out. You figured all of them out. And yeah, no, that is exactly it. That's exactly what they're doing here. Such good faith arguments.
Jewish, of course. Someone should explain this because it does not look good. This is your friend, Ethan Klein, saying, Jews will not replace us. Oh, sorry. I think that's Ian's line. Saying good night and farewell. Thanks for watching.
Also, Ethan's basement is in the chat. Salutations to Ethan's basement. So that is as far as the sword is related. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit. Them talking about Creator Clash, because as you guys know, Lena is supposed to fight in Creator Clash, and things have gone a little bit awkward now. So here's Ethan and Ela trying to pressure Lena to drop out of
Just
Creator
real quick,
Clash.
I want to say, sorry, in regards to the Creator Clash.
Let's watch this at 1.25 speed. And then there's going to be another Creator Clash segment in the new episode that I need to boot up real quick. Before we do that, our next flavor of Sabra, folks, roasted red pepper. Now, I think this one should start getting a little bit better because there's going to be a little bit more flavor in here. Roasted red pepper. By the way, my family is going to have to eat so much Sabra for the next few days. I think we're just going to should we eat them? Should we keep them? Or should we chuck them in the trash, folks? Let us know. Lars sends $5 and says, when Ethan talks to Sam Seder, he's just going to lie about his positions and soften them up. I hope Sam's producer, Matt, informs Sam of what he's been saying. I think so, too. I think everyone's going to make sure Sam is up to date on what's happening. Because, yeah, it would be nuts if he's not going to walk into this. And Matt, I follow Matt on Twitter. He follows me on Twitter. So he knows what's up. They know what's up. Roasted red pepper, folks. Let's try the roasted red pepper hummus. A little cracker. Okay. So the red pepper masks a little bit of the flavor. So I guess it gets to see. The roasted red pepper is a little bit better because mixed in with the red pepper, you can taste the hummus less, if that makes sense. And because you can taste the shitty hummus less, it makes it better. Okay, good enough. And it's not very spicy. It is very mildly spicy. But I do have a supremely spicy version of that, which we're going to try in a second. So this is the mild one. This is the best one so far. And this gets a C, okay? Not bad. This one is not that horrible. I'll give it to it. I wouldn't buy it over any other brand, but if you insist on buying Sabra and you don't mind a small kick, this one has the best flavor out of all of them so far. 3 down. Let me just put them over here. Okay. Back to the Creator Clash situation. And then we're going to watch some Sam Seder parts. We're going to watch a little bit of everything, folks. Let's see what's happening here.
Too. I appreciate, Creator Clash 3, a lot of people being supportive. I will say, just so people also know, there's, besides everything that's gone into it and that I mentioned previously, you guys don't know how expensive, everything is. We've gotten...
Khaled says Sabra Hummus. Yes, if you guys want another name for Sabra, Zabr in Lebanese and Arabic, I'm sorry for the language, trigger warning, folks, it means cock, okay, it means penis. Zabr. So if you just replace the S with a Z, you can call it Sabra Hummus, which is a lot more appropriate. But I guess that's anti-Semitic, isn't it?
Shorts, we've the training, and also anything that you see going forward, promo and stuff, Lena has already shot previously, months ago. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
Monkey02 has just joined the channel. Thank you.
What the release schedule is of all that. I know stuff's coming out every day. I don't want Lena to get shit. I don't want you guys to think that Lena went here and then went and recorded stuff.
I'll tell you what needs to happen. He needs to pay her to buy her out and not show her fucking shit. This was his decision, right, to make this video. Once again, he threw Dr. Kirk under the bus. He threw Lena on the bus. He did not care or think for 2 seconds about the people he was hurting doing this pointless content cog.
Also, even though it was shot before this, people are not going to know that when they post stuff.
No,
So
if he posts that, she will get shit.
That's
There's no question about it, no matter what we say on the show. You should text them and tell them.
They've decided, so you see, like, they've made the decision for their viewers, like, no matter what you guys do, she's gonna get shit. She's gonna get shit from the Creator Clash fans, which she's not. Creator Clash fans are smart enough to differentiate between Lena and Ethan. They know not to fucking boo Lena when she walks into the stadium because she is not her boss. While yes, we would have all liked to see Lena and AB stand up for Ethan and sort of clarify what they think about the genocide and all of that and their opinions on Israel. No one's enough of an asshole to fucking ruin this experience for Lena the way you and Hila are ruining it for her by pressuring her to fucking drop out after she spent months training. Now look, I box, I'm a boxer. I've never fought, I've never competed, but I've been training for 2 years and I've been training consistently 3 to 4 times a week, 1.5 to 2 hours every time. Boxing is a very, very physically demanding sport. It is one of the sports that like burns the most amount of calories. It is insane, bro. When I leave my boxing training, I am drenched in fucking sweat, bro. It is exhausting. You got to do shadow boxing. You got to do rounds on the bag. You got to do on the reflex ball, the double end bag. You got to do fucking speed bag. You got to do jump rope. You got to do all sorts of circuits. You got to do endurance. You got to do explosive power stuff. You got to do fucking squats. You got to do burpees. You got to do everything, man. You got to work on your whole fucking body because you got to work on your legs because all your power comes from turning your hips and using your legs. So it is no joke. She even got LASIK eye surgery, bro. She went through surgery to go through this event. Now, of course, and I love iDubbbz and Anissa, it is a little bit awkward of them to make the content cop video knowing that one of Ethan's employees is in the event. Absolutely. It is a little bit problematic and weird, but I understand why they had to do it. So that's not my problem at all. I have no problem with them at all. But given all that, given the amount of work that Lena has put into this, the amount of money, the amount of training, all of that, Ethan and Hila should not be pressuring her to drop out, bro. She literally got fucking LASIK, bro. Khalas, just move on with it. Go through it, you know what I mean? It's going to be a little bit awkward, but just let her fucking compete and stop making her feel guilty about it. You know what I mean? Larson's $5 and says, just so you know, Frogan released a YouTube video today about how Ethan made her life hell and her message to AB. It's great. We are going to react to that video together once we're done with some of this stuff. So we are going to be watching the Frogan video. But I just wanted to say that, like, and I know where Lena's training. Lena's training in Wildcard Gym in Los Angeles. That's Freddie Roach's gym. My coach, my Lebanese coach, Sher Belkhouri, actually used to coach under Freddie Roach in Los Angeles for like a summer. He's worked with him. He knows him, and he wants me to go meet Freddie when I go to LA this weekend. I might not have the chance to, but that's like a tough fucking gym too. And the coaches there, they don't mess around. They take it seriously. So regardless what any of us feel about Lena and Creator Clash or whatever, let her fight. It's only fair for her opponent, who's been training for months as well. They've all made huge sacrifices for this. Just suck it up, Ethan. I know you're upset, but let the girl fight. Let the girl fight. Kelly Morales sends $2 and says, fallen H3 fan from Long Beach, California. Free Palestine. This is the Fallen H3 fan show. Again, I'm sorry for the slight technical difficulties earlier, but let's go back to this. And while Ethan talks about Creator Clash, I'm going to be unwrapping the supremely spicy Sabra Hummus.
Do you know what I mean? Like, did you ask him like to buy her out?
No, I mean I talked to some of the social media people.
You should message him and say, hey, dude, considering everything that is happening, I think it would be the right thing to buy out Lena. Lena's not talking. I don't know what Lena wants to do. Is she even there? I don't know.
I'm here.
But yeah.
I don't even know what Lena wants to do. Is she even there? That's how little he cares about Lena. Is she even here? I'm talking about her. I'm saying what she needs to do without her even being there. He doesn't even know. Is she here, by the way? I don't even fucking know. I don't care. Lena, go get me a drink. Go get me a fucking sody. Lena, I need a sody. Lena, my dogs took a shit. Maybe you should go pick it up. Jesus Christ, Ethan. So he's like, text Ian, AB, text Ian and tell him to let Lena go. He's not even talking to Lena. He's not even telling Lena to do it. That's how that's how disrespectful. He's like, hey, AB, text Ian and tell him to drop her out. Did you ask her for her opinion, bro? Did you ask what she thinks before you fucking run your mouth like that?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Lena.
I was just gonna say my first thought also comes to my opponent.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say
because
too.
then they can compete.
Well, he fucked her too.
It's
Yeah, but do you want to be involved in this drama? I doubt that.
Look at that, bro. Yeah, but you want to be involved in this drama? I want to know. Yeah, she wants to fucking fight. She's been training for 4 months, bro. Okay, the spicy one. Now, I went in and got some of the spice. So, it is pretty spicy. When you grab the red stuff in the center, the red pepper, it is kind of spicy. Again, this one's better because you can taste the hummus even less than this one. You barely taste any hummus at this point. So, it's like if you're just eating hot sauce. You guys like hot sauce? You like this? Let's see. The supremely spicy one. I mean, all I taste is like spiciness. So, I don't know. Should it be up here? It's a C so far because it is a little bit overpowering. So, I don't know how much of this you can eat. It's kind of obnoxious. Like, I like spicy hummus, but this is a bit too spicy for like an everyday dipping. So, it gets a C. I think C is as high as Sabra Hummus is going to go because there is a limit to how much you can mask that supermarket hummus taste. So C seems to be the best they can do right now. We have 547 of you guys watching in the chat right now. Thank you so much.
I doubt that they want that.
Well, it's just that there's more to consider than just myself.
That was Ian's responsibility when he made that video.
Sometimes though, Lena, you do need to put yourself.
True. No, yeah, that's true. But and then
what did you say? Sometimes you need to put yourself. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes though, Lena, you do need to put yourself.
True. No, yeah, that's true. But and then in that case, I also
she's literally telling her, "Yo, leave, like quit the event," and they're making it so they're putting Lena in such an awkward position, bro. Like if she doesn't leave the event, they're making her seem like she's not loyal to H3. Like this has become a loyalty test for Lena and AB, as if Lena and AB needed more shit and needed their job to be even more, put them in more of an awkward and shitty situation. Ethan and Hila have found a way to make it worse. Forget the video that Ian made. They don't have to address this, but they're making it a point to talk about creator clash, put Lena on the spot. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna drop out? Well, if you don't drop out, it means this is gonna happen. If you don't drop out, they're gonna boo you. Are you willing to do that? We can't stop our audience from booing you if that's what they want to do. Yeah, you can actually, Ethan. You can talk to your fucking shitty audience of 12-year-old kids who just fucking love drama and internet trolling and shit. You can tell them to fucking shut the fuck up and let her do her fucking thing. But you don't give a fuck.
just all the time and the training I put into this.
It's a lot mentally.
Super Guy Bob sends $5 and says, this is turning into a how good does it cover the flavor tier list? Pretty much. And there's some more. There's like chimichurri, there's spinach and artichoke. So like, let's see how good all these other flavors will mask the Sabra flavors. But this is disgusting hummus, by the way. I'm sorry. No offense to Israelis or to anyone who enjoys this. This is not hummus. If you like hummus, if you're an enjoyer of hummus, you do not want to be buying any of this crap. Let me just tell you that right now. It's not hummus. It barely qualifies as hummus.
And physically, like it's...
Yeah, she's dedicated months and months of her life to this. I mean, Lena goes like pretty much every day after work.
And she wakes up at 5 a.m.
Can I be
before
honest?
work as well.
I'm just going to tell you honestly, I support you. All of us support you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, like, you're going to go. I'm going to watch you fight. I'm going to be proud of you. I'm going to be happy. There's going to be people in the audience that are going to be pissed off that you...
No, we know.
That you participated
I
in.
understand.
And there's nothing I can do that's going to stop that.
Yeah.
So he's telling you there are H3 fans who are going to be mad that you're going, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Are you even trying to stop it, Ethan? He's just setting up this expectation. He's telling his audience, hey, it's okay for you guys to be angry. It's okay for you guys to talk shit to Lena. I've given her the heads up, hey, they're going to talk shit to you, so now you can go ahead and do it. That's kind of fucked up, bro. It's kind of fucked up to put your employee in such a position. Ian, she doesn't work for Ian. She's not Ian's employee. So he doesn't owe her anything, technically. You owe them a little bit of fucking respect, my man.
Yeah, it's a shitty situation. Sucks, dude. I don't know what else to say other than
Well,
that.
if he bought you out, would you consider...
If he bought her out and was able to find an opponent for... Because we don't want to screw
So tell
over.
him. Message him right now.
So tell him, message him right now. Why aren't you texting him right this fucking second? Get her out of this fucking thing, bro. she probably doesn't even want to drop out. They're just saying this to be nice. Like, yeah, if they can buy us out and they can find a replacement, then we'll consider it. She's been training for months, bro. She wants to do this. She wants to do the walkout. She wants to wear her outfit. She wants to have the music playing. She wants to have the crowd cheering. She wants to step into the ring. She wants to have that experience. Let her have it, bro. She's been thinking about it for months, okay? It's already kind of been soured for her, day in and day out, of you fucking crashing out on the internet for a year. Just let her have that fucking moment, bro. Let her have this fucking walkout. Let her enjoy this. She's been fucking working hard on it, man. Just fucking let her do it, man. خلاص.
It's not so simple to find. I mean, I will message him.
They've done it before.
Yeah,
they've done it before. Why don't you do it right now? They can find the replacement. Just do it again.
That dude Froggy Fresh last time. You know what I mean?
Froggy!
When they didn't like someone, they had no problem kicking him out immediately and replacing.
I'm sorry, the Froggy Fresh replacement was not a good replacement. He was much taller than his other opponent. He barely trained for like 2 weeks, but he was so much bigger physically that he fucking destroyed him in like 2 rounds. It wasn't a fair fight at all. It should have been Froggy versus, I forgot, Chris Reagan or something. That was not a fair fight, bro, okay? So they do not have the time, I think, to find an appropriate replacement for Lena. So stop pressuring the girl, man.
Facing him right before the event, right? So clearly it can be done when they want to. You should say, listen, considering everything that's happened, the right thing for you to do is buy me out and try to find another opponent for the other, your guys' nice frog, with that frog.
Froggy! For the nice frog.
The nice frog. Good frog.
Gotta find Froggy.
That's my opinion. And if he says no, he's a giant piece of shit. You know? That's my opinion. And that's my opinion.
Look at, dude, the vibes on this podcast are so bad. Like, he's just like telling his employees to quit this thing that they've been excited about for fucking months. No one's fucking talking. It's him and his wife just feeling bad, making their employees feel bad live on fucking camera, bro. Why are you airing out all this shit? Is this really what the H3 podcast has become? Just like fucking bitter people being bitter for 3 hours? Like, you're putting out so much negativity out there, and that's all your audience is fucking consuming. Like, Shuhaida, bro. What is this, dude?
All right. I got another $25 donation.
Like, you need Zach with like musical cues to like lighten the mood. Like, if he didn't play that fucking soundbite right now, like, what the fuck? What are the vibes here, dude? They are seriously fucking horrendous. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to see from this video. He's gonna talk about the skulls and stuff. I don't really care about the skull situation, if I'm honest, but I do want to go to the latest episode because there's a couple of interesting things to watch here. Let's watch the creator clash thing first, and then let's go to the Sam Seder thing. But first, Lars sends in $5 and says, call me crazy, but I think after Creator Clash 3, if she doesn't drop out, Ethan is going to make their lives hell, hoping they'll quit working there. I don't know, man. I think if they haven't quit so far, nothing Ethan can do, because everything Ethan's been doing for the past year should have made them want to quit. I honestly don't know how they're still there. You know what I'm saying? So, as we watch this, let me prep the next hummus flavor. Chimichurri. Oh my god, wait, let's see what else there is. Let's do lemon. Lemon seems like a pretty simple classic flavor. Lemon twist hummus, okay. Let's try the Sabra lemon. Bro, I got so much fucking hummus. This is all gonna go to fucking waste, bro. Like, I don't even want anyone to eat this. Like, do I give this to the homeless? But I don't want homeless people to have to eat this. All right. Again, I don't know why they made a separate lemon hummus. To me, all hummus should have lemon and garlic. Like, that should be standard. You can't make hummus without lemon. So, too much lemon. What the fuck? Okay, no. E for lemon, bro. What the fuck is this? Too lemony. You gotta put a little bit of lemon, bro. It's a little bit of lemon and a little bit of garlic. Not just like garlic hummus or lemon hummus. Shwayet toom, shwayet hamud. A little bit of grace, a little bit of finesse, a little bit of taste. Shwayet zo, ya bala zo. Because that's what happens when hummus isn't your cuisine and when you're stealing it from other cultures. I know Ethan hates it when we say that Israelis are appropriating our food, just like they're appropriating our language. They fucking say Habibi, and they're trying to teach Anissa and myself, 2 Lebanese people, how to say Habibi. Wallah, ya Habibat Qalbi, Habib Qalbi. Anyways, yeah, this shit's bad. Do not get the lemon one, folks. Do not get the lemon one. Let's watch more Creator Clash talk.
In consideration of everything that's been happening, in consideration of them being outed as almost certainly intentionally using a swastika hilted sword, they've now, after they've been gone for 2 weeks, right? The Creator Clash social media team, did I understand that right? They haven't posted in 2 weeks prior?
I'm not sure. I could check.
Now all of a sudden, of all the fighters on their card,
14 days.
14 days since their last post, this was posted on, what was this, yesterday?
Yes.
Shout out St. Nicholas de Orio, so I'll show it this tweet.
Oh God, the Oreo.
He correctly said, what a weird fight to promote right now. They are now, and listen, they are, what are they doing, man? I'm going to win. You can count on it at Lena versus her wonderful opponent, Funky Frog Bait. Like of
the one good frog in the story.
We love them.
Froggy!
How many fighters they got? Why, like, they disappear for 14 days and then they got to do the one with Lena and AB in it?
Okay, so if you use your brain for 1 second, it would make sense why they promoted that fight. First, they're just trying to get it out of the way, bro, because now all the drama, everyone's focused on this fight. Just promote it. Lena versus Funky Frog Bait. Now every other fight that they're going to promote, all the attention is going to be on those fights instead of being distracted about the Lena thing. They got the Lena fight out of the way. They promote it. Now they can focus the next week or 2 weeks of dropping all these other videos to promote these other fights end. So you can forget about it. They don't want you to think about this in 2 weeks. They want to kill this. You know what I mean? So if they promoted other fights and then in 2 weeks remind you of the Lena fight, they're just bringing all that drama up again. They're just getting it out of the way right now so that we can focus on the other fights. That's my opinion. That's what I would have done, and that's how I would explain it. You know what I'm saying? Haley D sends $5 and says, I have a theory that his Rolex is secretly radioactive and poisoning him slowly. He's going to become Rolex man. He's getting gamma radiation from... We love Haley. Thank you so much for the support, Haley. You've been amazing. EU Watson sends £5 and says, money for Anthony's family to buy stuff to dip into hummus. We're going to need to be dipping a whole lot of shit in hummus because there's like 13 packs of hummus that I bought. More hummus than anybody knows what to do with. And it's Israeli hummus. So, like, my family's Lebanese. What the fuck are we supposed to do with that shit, bro? Oh, God. Sorry, Ethan Klein. No offense. Oh.
You fucking kidding me? It's like they're trying to...
It could have been pre-scheduled, I suppose, but...
Yo, we got Nadim in the chat. Sabra Hummus, folks. Of course, Sabra Hummus. Let's try another Sabra Hummus. This is the roasted pine nut variety, okay? Roasted pine nuts. Let me give you guys a nice close-up. Look at all the gunk in there, bro. Pine nuts and, like, whatever the fuck they put in there. Maybe a little bit of ala. Let's try the roasted pine nut hummus. I don't even like pine nuts that much. Here, little nice generous dip. This one tastes a lot like the standard one, but with pine nuts. No. No, no, no. No. No, E. Don't fuck with the pine nuts one, bro. No, 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 no. So far, the two best ones are the red pepper and the super spicy one because you can taste the hummus the least. And then the garlic one is a D, and then the classic lemon and pine nuts are at an E. Nothing has gotten an F so far, which is surprising. No Fs. No Fs. All right, let's continue.
It's again, it's a unfortunate timing.
Well, it's not just this one. It's they did it again on Instagram, which I don't see in here. But I don't know if you saw there was multiple promos posted with Lena.
Oh, like different ones?
It was the same one, just on Instagram.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would have assumed it.
So they blasted out to all their socials, which I think
feels like it's a little cheeky. It's being a little cheeky.
And look at Dan's trying to like piss Ethan off more. It's not, they're not being cheeky, bro. I think they're just putting it out of the way. They're getting it out of the way so they can move on to other fights and stop distracting everyone with the stupid drama that you're not going to let die. Ethan is going to milk the living shit out of this, and I tweeted this out. I said Ethan can pretend to be upset about the content cop all he wants. Secretly, he is extremely happy because this is keeping his podcast more relevant than ever. They're finally hitting 1 million views per episode because they're talking about Ian and iDubbbz every single week now. So he's loving this shit. They are loving this shit, bro. They're loving the views. They're loving being relevant. But what are you going to talk about when this is over? Like, does your audience even still want goofs and gaffs? Do they still care? Is there anyone who liked the goofs and gaffs still present in Ethan's audience? Or is it all like shitty Destiny fucking fans and little fucking psychos and Keemstar fans and XQC fans and like Asmongold fans, bro?
Cheeky? Worse than that. I mean, you already forced Lena into this horrible situation, and now you're like trying to thrust her into the middle of the drama where either people are going to be like, I can't believe you work for Ethan, or on the other side, people are like, I can't believe you're still doing this fight. Like, they're trying to make it like as shitty for her as possible, and it's totally fucked.
You're making it shitty for her, bro. Stop projecting. You're the one who's making it shit. Dude, they're so fucking psycho. Like, I don't know, just seeing Ethan's face at this point kind of triggers me, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see a normal person anymore. I just see like an angry, bitter, just shitty person. I do not recognize this man, bro. This is coming from someone who used to watch H3 3 to 4 times a week, like fucking 8 to 10 hours a week, bro. A lot of, and I'm not proud to admit how much I used to fucking watch H3, but like, I do not recognize this man. I do not recognize this man. And you are doing this to Lena, bro. You are doing it, not iDubbbz. And what iDubbbz and Anissa did was a response to your crash out for the past year and a fucking half, bro. So, and then you called them out and you insulted them and like, shubadak, bro, shubadak.
It's so fucked up. And again, you forced this situation on her. Like, if anything, you should be accommodating, you should be listening, you should be doing everything.
I'm actually starting to, I mean, obviously, you know, AB and Lena I know and love and feel a lot of sympathy for them.
I love you too.
Lena's opponent is so disconnected from all of this. It somehow has to like be weirdly tangentially involved in this drama, and they didn't do anything.
Yeah, and which again, that's another one of the main reasons that like we were saying, like, it's not even an option to drop out besides like the money. It's like we don't want to screw them over too. Screw them over.
And by the way, Harley.
I like that AB is now saying that it's not even an option for us to drop out. At first, in the last episode, he was leaving. There's like, yeah, we're gonna try. You know, if they can buy us out, and if we can find a replacement, we'll back out. Now, I think Lena was like, AB, I don't want to drop out. I want to fucking do this fight. I got LASIK. I've been training for fucking 6 months. I want to do this fight. So now AB is a little bit more clear. He's like, it's not an option to drop out because of our opponent. At least they have that very good excuse. Like, we can't drop out because of our opponent. That can shut Ethan up a little bit. So I do like that.
Who is a Jewish dude who is fastly on my side is also continuing through for the same reason. So
yeah, fuck Harley. I used to like Harley from what the fuck were they called? They used to make like cheeseburger, whatever the fuck, cheeseburger lasagnas. He trained with Sam Hyde, Ethan. He trained with fucking Sam Hyde, who is a known Nazi, a known anti-Semite, and that's who Harley went to train with when he knew that Ian and Anissa were beefing with Sam Hyde. That's how much of a shitty and inconsiderate person he is. And he also referred to Sean the Black on Twitter as like, who's the random black guy? Like some fucking boomer fucking racist, bro. So fuck you and fuck Harley Morenstein. 2 pieces of shit. And Harley, as a Jewish person, wasn't ashamed to go fucking train with a fucking Nazi and anti-Semite. Okay? You dumb piece of shit. And every time Harley fucking tweets on Twitter, I'm like, yo, how's your Nazi trainer doing? He doesn't fucking answer, of course. He answers everybody else except me. So fuck Harley and fuck Ethan, bro. And I hope Harley gets his fucking ass handed to him, bro.
Like, I get it. That's legit. Harley said the same thing. He doesn't want to screw over his opponent. Which one of these eating guys? I forget his name. LA Beast?
Yeah.
On the bright side, Lena looks ripped.
Yeah, she looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, they had to do, would they do that for you, AB?
Yeah, you know, I get it. You could put the maybe.
Oh no!
Yeah,
why they do that? We don't need to remember all that.
Noxolotl sends $5 and says, Ethan found Ian to be an easier target than Hasan because he sees Ian as a weak man while Hasan has strong morals. Well, he sees Ian as an easier target because the whole internet had turned on Ian a little while back. So he's like, I'll get more support now. And who's the support that he's getting? Fucking Sam Hyde fans, all this, like the most toxic community on the internet is literally who is supporting Ethan now, like that. And most of them are only supporting Ethan because he's talking shit about Ian and Anissa. And why do people hate iDubbbz? It was literally because they were calling him a cuck, bro. Like for the dumbest, most fucking random fucking reasons. And they don't like it because he apologized for doing Content Cop. Like all reasons we should all like someone, growth, evolution, empathy. You know what I mean? No. He's a fucking coward and a pussy according to fucking Ethan and his fans. عيرب أمكم كلكم.
Because the narrative that is being built is Lena is the redemption.
They could have started with me knocking down Hundar and then losing. But
That is the true story.
Let me hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Beauty queen.
We're gonna move on to the next flavor of Sabra, folks. This is olive tapenade hummus. So olive tapenade is basically like olive paste. You know what I mean? You take a bunch of olives, you mash them with some olive oil and like salt. You make this tasty olive paste. I've never had that with hummus before. I've had hummus that had olives in it, a little bit of olives, but like nothing, like never had olive hummus. So this is going to be certainly weird. This is like dripping and shit. Fucking messy, bro. Messy shit. Cracker. Okay, so what it looks like. You got the olive paste in the center. Got a cracker. No. The flavors don't go together, bro. Maybe I took too much olive at first. I'm gonna try less olive. No. No. What are we doing here, bro? Don't let Israelis near hummus anymore, bro. Don't let Israelis near our food anymore, man. True hayda. Fucking weird, bro. It's not horrible, but it's just fucking weird, dude. These flavor profiles are not like... What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Okay. Olive hummus. It's better than the other ones. I'm gonna put it next to D, bro. But, the aftertaste, it's so fucking weird, bro. No, olive goes down. Olive's going lower, folks. I'm sorry. Very fucking weird. Back to H3.
Determined to avenge her family's honor.
Yeah, see,
I'm trusting her to bring back.
Is she fighting Hundar? Yeah.
Bringing back the family, though. Like, you know, it's separate. I get it. Separated from all of this drama. Like, they're trying to build a narrative for the fight.
You know why they did them first, right?
So this was the first fight promo?
Yeah.
Let me.
In the last 14 days, they didn't post.
Right, I know. In the last couple of weeks there haven't been. But
Yeah, it was the first one.
By the way,
in
I
a while,
love that
but there
it's-
has been other ones.
I love. By the way, talk about.
No, the aftertaste, bro. Oh. It's not bad enough to be an F, though. I was thinking F for the tapenade, but it's not. It's not F material, but I think the chimichurri, and there's a fucking spinach artichoke one. This is already feeling like an F tier, folks. Spinach artichoke, and it's expired, by the way. I got this from fucking Safeway, and it was expiring yesterday. And by today, it's technically expired. I'm eating expired spinach and artichoke Israeli hummus, folks. So this is food poisoning in a box right now. Literally.
Promo. It's cross-posted by Creator Clash and Funky Frogbait.
Froggy!
There's someone, not Lena, there's someone missing who has the biggest reach who could retweet this to promote their own event. Who could have reposted this?
Are you referring to Ian?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yes. It's like he wants this event to fail. Maybe he does. Maybe I don't know. Is there?
It was so hard to get that footage in our gym too. Like Wildcard does not do that, but Freddie Roach's wife Marie, she's a sweetheart, and she likes me. She gave me the pass to be able to get that. Yeah,
special
She said, and she
privileges.
made it very clear she doesn't do that for anyone.
Freddie Roach's wife, Marie, likes me. Bro, Freddie Roach fucking worked with my own fucking coach, bro. My coach trained under him. Freddie Roach fucking loves my coach, AB. And I could probably whoop your ass in boxing, bro. Let me just fucking tell you that. You're lucky I'm not fighting in Creator Clash. Sam K sends $2. Oh my god, catching you live. Also, that olive one is nasty. It is. It's very fucking nasty. Extra nasty. Lizzie Rosa says, it's so artificial, you should be fine. Yeah, it's like eating McDonald's, right? It's like not real food that we're eating. And yeah, Marie, because Freddie Roach has like Parkinson's, so his wife Marie has basically taken over the gym.
And it sucks because we finally got it to go through, which was like maybe 3 weeks ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Oops.
I don't like.
So you did just recently record it.
We did record it, and I will say that initially the social media team talked to me and said Friday, and I was like, like that's. Can you hold off? I don't think it's a good time right now. And so when I was saying that, I was assuming they would understand I meant
move it along.
Yeah.
What they heard was
move it along.
Post it first thing next week.
It was like Love's barber. He's like, I got you. And then he's
Yeah.
like, damn, I fucked
They're
you
like,
up.
oh, did I fuck your shit up?
Damn, I fucked you up, huh?
I'm sorry, but like this is intentional. It is, and it's just really effed up. These guys are just heartless, man. Those look good.
Boy, oh boy.
Nina's looking good though.
It was funny. Lena was trying to explain.
Look, I'll be honest, they both look a little bit stiff. Lena's looking a little bit stiff in the footage, but she looks a little bit better than Funky Frog.
Wally the situation. He goes, what?
Wait.
Yeah.
It's, you know what?
How can you?
Wally doesn't need to
When
know
Wally
about
gets
any of this.
when Wally gets annoyed because his English, you know.
I don't know who I support in this fight, by the way. Like, obviously, I was gonna be Team Lena. At this point, and she's Lebanese, she's our girl. I think at this point, I'm with Funky Frogbait, bro. Like, who would have fucking thought? But I want Funky Frogbait to, like, fucking beat Lena, bro. I want her to win because she was part of the Creators for Palestine. A fundraiser, apparently, someone said in the chat. Like, I think definitely, weirdly enough, I'm going to be rooting against my own Lebanese compatriot, bro. But because as a Lebanese person, she did not stand up for Lebanon. She did not stand up for Palestine. Funky Frogbait has done more to stand up for the people of Palestine than Lena Ayad, whose family home in like the south apparently was like at risk of being destroyed by the Israeli army. So Funky Frogbait, let's fucking go. You got my support. Ironically. Crazy. Sam K has just joined the Do Not Warriors. Thank you for joining the member. And I'm going to try to do next week. There will be a members exclusive live stream. I promise, did not have time this week, and I'm traveling to LA tomorrow. So it's going to be a busy 3 days in Los Angeles.
Times he can't find the words and he goes, or he'll go, ah. That's what he gave us when we were trying to describe
That would
it.
make me jump.
Oh, yeah, it definitely scares me. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny how well he has you figured out, Ethan, just from meeting you that one time. He
Oh,
said-
really?
Yeah, he said your boss seems like he's just a straight shooter.
Oh,
like
that's
he's
nice.
very, yeah.
I
He goes, I don't know
For
why.
better or worse.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's nice. By the way, I know this event.
Thank you for all the gifted subs that are coming through, by the way. I see.
By the way, I feel a little nauseous, and I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think that Olive Tapenado one kind of, like, it upset my stomach, bro.
Folks.
Thank you guys so much. It's so meaningful. It keeps the show going. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys. And we're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow, members.
Sarah and Gunhaver.
Funnily enough, I think this event is going to be a huge success considering this post has 2,000 likes.
Well, you know, it's
He's just making
Why
fun.
are you in all the media, bro? Look at here's another one of you. It's like you guys. You know what? If they did they did this on purpose, it's because our fan base is super engaged with this event.
I'm curious. Does it show me knocking down?
Oh, Funky Frogbait uses they them pronouns. If I use the wrong pronouns, I apologize, folks. We support them.
You want to watch it? Yeah.
It's old.
But just meaning that it's like a
pinned though.
Sure.
You're right. It's
That's
pinned.
a conscious decision.
You aren't wrong.
I mean, we know why.
Why?
Views? We
Yeah,
bring
but,
the views?
but it just again it shows the irony of their like we
Sure.
know that this community is super engaged and we're going to alienate all of them right before the fight.
Ethan, my guy, let me just tell you. First of all, the Content Cop has, like, they don't need the H3 community. At this point, they have, like, Hasan's community, okay? And don't forget, Content Cop got, like, twice as many views as the Content Nuke in half the amount of time. So, Hasan's best friend, like, one of his best friends, Will Neff, is going to be there. So you can bet your ass that, like, Hasan is probably going to be there. So everyone who is, all of the H3 Fallen fans are going to be there. All of iDubbbz's fans are going to be there. Every creator's fan base is going to be there. I don't think they need the H3 community anymore, bro. And the H3 community is not what it used to be a year and a half to 2 years ago. It has shrunk significantly, and it has transformed into a toxic, shitty community. Your fans are basically Sam Hyde fans, and Sam Hyde was banned from the last Creator Clash. Okay, so no one wants you guys there. No one wants you guys anywhere anymore, bro. H3 is like is a toxic brand at this point. It is a toxic, shitty brand associated with Israel and the IDF and Sabra Hummus. That's all you're good for.
Strategy.
Very confused.
Again, I feel for Lena. I can't emphasize that enough.
Me too.
It's such a mental fucking game. You know, before then, like, it's tough.
She's been so
even with the
serious
support.
about
Like,
it.
I had all the support in the world, and I'm not even talking about the event. I'm just mean like, you know, from everyone. So I feel for her.
I'm rooting for Lena 100%.
That is true.
We
all
are.
Yeah, no, I know you
In
guys
all
are. I know you
things.
guys are.
Not here. Go Funky Frogbait, baby. Let's fucking go.
All
Rooting for her.
aspects of
Yeah,
life.
I'm not even.
What I will say is definitely whatever you do, if you want to watch Lena fight,
So presumably he was like, try to pirate it. and they had to cut it out. So I'm guessing he's telling people to pirate the event. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun?
Move it along.
Yeah.
I'm saying don't. I'm saying don't.
Move it along.
I gotta find Froggy.
Dan button me.
Move it right along.
Anywho.
Anywho.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, good luck there, fellas. Ian and Anissa, masters of putting on an event. Honestly, the fact that they're even doing a third one shocked the hell out of me from the beginning. You'd think that losing a bunch of money doing a charity event would...
What's a comeback story?
You see what an asshole he is? Like, you know what I mean? Now all these truths are coming out. He was pretending to be Ian and Anissa's friend, but behind their backs, he's like doubting everything they do. Why would they do that? Why would he get that gold tooth? Why would they do another event? I always thought this was lame, and I always thought their podcast was getting shitty views. He would just never say it to their face because he's a fake fucking shitty friend. Now that they criticized him, he's going all out, criticizing their looks, criticizing their views, criticizing their events, criticizing their fan base, criticizing every single thing about them. That's it. They upset Ethan. They didn't kiss the fucking ring. That's it. Throw him out with the rest of the garbage. Fuck him, according to Ethan.
Everybody loves a comeback story, you know?
I was ready.
Saying recently.
Honestly, I was ready.
Rocky 3 or 4, one of those. I don't remember.
Even I was totally on board until the organizer put out a video calling me a psychopath for harassing his friend.
I can understand why that probably put you off a little bit.
I'll never have a chance now for my Rocky 4 because of this. I would have won. I would have won for sure the next one, guys. But yeah,
we got to skip you over to Rocky 5.
I'm so sure Lena's gonna win her fight. Nothing against Froggy, but Lena's a fighter. She's a warrior. She's like Xena, the warrior princess.
True.
She is so a fighting princess.
Is she there? Can't see her.
No. Well, that's how you know it's genuine, because even when she's not here.
If she's not here, I take it back. No kidding.
They should have put me and Ian against each other. That way, one of us had to win, like they did with Deji and.
I'm sorry, Ian would beat your ass. AB is not a good boxer. He has 0 stamina. He always gets gassed out by like the end of round 1 or round 2. He's got no style, horrible head movement. When he punches, he's extremely goofy. No offense, AB, like, we tolerate you. You are a horrible boxer. You train at fucking Wildcard for I don't know how many years. You look horrible. And I'm not saying I'm a great boxer, but I'm a much better boxer than your fucking ass for sure. He is very bad. He is very bad at boxing. Like, no joke. And what he was able to do against Dad in that second fight, he like fucking gassed himself completely. And he has really bad form when he punches. Now, I know when the stress and the anxiety of the event, the lights, the crowds, technique goes out the window when you're in that boxing room and you just start fucking swinging. That's what I would probably do in my first fight. So just to be fair to AB, but he's not a good boxer. He like does not have. He's really bad when he fucking boxes.
And Fawzi, poor Fawzi.
So there's that. Hasan, by the way.
Hasan. Okay, let's watch Ethan talking about Sam Cedar.
Bag of turd.
What?
Okay. Before we do that, time for another Sabra. Generally, my stomach is upset. Chimichurri hummus, folks. Chimichurri. So is that like a... What's chimichurri? Is it like a... They're trying to give it a slightly Mexican flavor? Is it like the... You know, the flamin' hot Cheetos. We gotta get something for the Mexican audience. So we got the chimichurri hummus. Oy. It's what it looks like. Again, you got that stuff in the middle, the cilantro or whatever that is. Oh my god, bro. No. Please stop. There's one more. No. Okay, no. Chimichurri gets an F, folks. We got our first F. What are you doing, Sabra? قايري بستراوس فود وستراوس جروب وبيبسيكو بقايري برو شو عم تعملوا بالعالم؟ And this hummus has like 30% market share, bro. Most Americans fucking think this is hummus. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. I need a break from the artichoke because the artichoke one is gonna make me barf just looking at it, bro.
I know he doesn't think highly of me. You know. Oh, by the way, update. Everybody has been raving, has been pushing for a long time. Hasan will not debate me. He won't watch the video. But he's been saying, you don't need to talk to me. Talk to approved Jew, sanctioned official Jew friend, Sam Seder. And after watching his crew disparage me for the 100 billionth time and just repeating like Hasan talking points mindlessly, I decided it's time to reach out to Sam Seder to set it up. We're going to finally have a clash of the Jewish minds. Two great Jewish minds, mano y mano.
Is it a clash? What happened?
I don't think it'll be a clash at all. I sent him emails like, hey, Sam, there's a lot of like silly nonsense going around. I think it's time we just jump on a call or whatever. I have his email address from when the Crowder stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote him, and he wrote me back a very nice email, and he said he's busy with family stuff, and he'll write me back after Thursday. So that is happening. Now, by the way, I already saw Hasan comment on this. Someone was like, hey, Ethan's actually going to talk to Sam Seder. And he's like, oh, well, he's probably just going to lie to him about his position. I'm like, bro, what do you want from me, man?
He is. Oh, my God.
You guys could have a show.
He's going to try to make himself seem so much more, I don't know, like less crazy. You know what I mean? But, you know, I want the Palestinians to be able to leave Gaza. And I do want a one-state solution, but, you know, not right now. And, you know, from the river to the sea, I don't actually think it's genocidal. That was just my opinion that one time. And he's just going to fucking... Marina sends $5. Stomach detox fund. Thank you, Marina. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need a stomach detox. And speaking of detoxes... Ooh, Comrade Kazi, 2.79 Canadian dollars. Is this turd wearing 2 watches? Is he? I didn't even fucking notice. But before we find out if he's wearing 2 watches, folks, it's time to get rid of this. I want to be done with this Sabra stuff. Spinach artichoke hummus, the final flavor. It is expired, by the way. And it was like, they had stacks of these at Safeway. No one was buying the spinach artichoke hummus. I wonder why. So I'm eating 1 day expired Israeli spinach and artichoke hummus, folks. So please remember what I'm doing for the stream and for you guys. Rimas93 sends £5 and says, wouldn't wish what you're eating on my worst enemies. Buy something nice for yourself later. Bye. Thank you, Rimas. I'm gonna need to. I really appreciate you guys for all of the support. This is for science, folks. Spinach artichoke Israeli hummus dip. Oh God. This is the one I'm the least. I don't even like artichoke, bro. No. These flavor profiles, bro, do not match. Do not match. Stop making this. Discontinue this one. Discontinue it, bro. No one was buying it. There was a stack of expired spinach artichoke dips at Safeway. Discontinue this flavor. Why are you making this? You're losing money. You're throwing all this in the fucking garbage, bro. Disgusting. Truly disgusting. Irredeemable. Irredeemable. So, these are the 9 sabras that we've tried. Okay, so here is the spinach artichoke. It just earned itself an F, folks, okay? It is an F. These are the 9 sabras. If you're going to buy sabra, buy the roasted red pepper or the supremely spicy red pepper because they mask the taste of the hummus the most. You're going to taste the red pepper. D, the second best option, is the garlic one. They put so much garlic in there. If you're a garlic fan, try to get yourself a big bite of garlic. It'll cover the taste of their shitty hummus. E, you got the original, lemon, pine nut, and then tapenade. Olive tapenade is dropping to an F, folks. It is dropping to an F. So, classic, lemon, and pine nuts are an E and an F. You got the olive tapenade, you've got the chimichurri, and you've got the artichoke fucking dip. Top grade, the best sabra can do, the best they can do is a C tier hummus. B, A, and S, mahat. They ain't even smelling them, though, folks. They're not even in the conversation for a B, an A, or an S. Honestly, a C is higher than I thought they would get. It is higher than I thought they would get. Marmar sends £2 and says, I wish it on Ethan Klein. Wishing him to eat this hummus. I wish Ethan Klein would even eat this fucking hummus, bro. I did what Ethan Klein wouldn't even do, and I ate every single flavor of fucking sabra that we could find. Now, we've got a handful of flavors left to try. We've got the Wegmans, okay? It's a classic original hummus from Wegmans, but it does look like it has garlic in the middle, so I guess this is their take on it. So it's got garlic, so it's gonna be kind of like, but it's called their original classic. We've got Cedars, the Lebanese brand, okay? Original hummus. And Cedars dark chocolate hummus, which is, for a Lebanese company to make this, is extra insulting. And as a Lebanese person, I have no problem saying this is a disgrace to our people, Hanna family. It is a disgrace to Lebanon. It is a disgrace to our Cedar flag, which you proudly display on the packaging. You are an anti-Arab company for making dark chocolate hummus. I don't care what anyone says. If Ethan could call people anti-Semitic for not liking Sabra Hummus, I'm going to call an Arab hummus anti-Arab for doing this to our hummus. What do you mean dark chocolate hummus? شو يعني خيي؟ كيف؟ وليش؟ أنا بدي أفهم. Sam K, $2. But do you condemn hummus? I do condemn hummus. I condemn dark chocolate hummus. Sam K. I condemn dark chocolate hummus. We're gonna try these at the end, the Cedars. And my dad's, my classic. Here, let me unwrap it. Just a classic homemade little hummus, folks. Homemade, sorry, you can't, with the lighting you can't tell. This is just family. This is made with fresh chickpeas, fresh tahini, olive oil, a little bit of lemon, and a little bit of garlic. Just as God intended, okay? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Oh, there's a guy called Sean from Israel in the chat? What is he saying? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not keeping up with the chat at all. Sean, your hummus tastes like ass, bro. Okay. So that's where we're at with the hummus. The hummus. Let's go back to Ethan complaining about Sam Cedar. Whoopsie. Sorry. Just gotta get the mouse back here.
Far off, you know.
Just who could toot it the hardest?
Yeah, that'd be pretty epic.
Blow each other.
We could blow each other.
Shaka Shorty blowdown.
The great Jewish tradition of blowing each other.
So Sean is a settler? Okay, Sean, you're a settler. I wish Nour was here to... So Sean, I'm sorry, bro. I don't want any settlers here. Hide user on this channel. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking settler. Get the fuck out of my fucking chat. Get the fuck out of here, you disgusting fucking pieces of shit. أخو الشرموطة يا أخو الشرموطة يا ابن الكلب ابن العرسة يا أخو الشرموطة. بتجي لعنا, you come to our fucking land and you take our fucking people's homes and you want to come into my live fucking chat and be fucking clever. You Zionist piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. كس اختك وكس امك وكس اخت سليلتك كلها وعائلتك وبيك واختك وخيك. If you have a grandfather, fuck him. Fuck your whole fucking family. كس اختك بأيري. I wish you guys told me about this earlier. Look, أيري بأمك وأيري بإسرائيل وأيري بهالشعب كله. شعب خرا. شعب بيسوى أيري. ما عندكم ولا أكل. ما عندكم ولا ثقافة. ما عندكم ولا culture. ما عندكم شي. ما عندكم شي. عندكم زبر وعندكم زبر حمص. تعملوا artichoke spinach hummus يا أخو الشرموطة يا إير. أنحنو بايم. أنحنو بايم motherfucker. I know that word. أنحنو بايم تيزا لأمك يا إير. كس اخت شكلك بأيري. So yeah, any more Israeli settlers in the live chat, please let me know. We will make their presence very much known. كس اخت شكلك بأيري. I'm pissed off now, folks. Yeah, Sean has been eating way too much zabra.
Yeah, so.
Okay, well, interesting. I will, I'm eager to hear more.
Yeah, I'm look forward to talking to them. I think, you know, unlike Hasan, I am willing to face anyone, talk about anything. I have nothing to hide. I'm extraordinarily honest. And unlike Hasan, who is the opposite, I think things will become clearer and clearer as time moves on about who is the dishonest, bad faith actor in this, and who is the righteous, correct, honest, truthful,
okay, maybe
angelic,
easy,
magnanimous,
easy.
It's true.
Holy, sacred.
That's right.
Voice in this conversation.
Yeah, the Antichrist will present himself as holy. It's another one of the signs.
Listen, make the decision for yourself. If you can't tell it's the Antichrist, maybe he's just kind of a good guy and you got it all wrong. Like, oh, he's the Antichrist. What did he do? He raised a bunch of money for charity and he fed a bunch of kids and he did all this great stuff and he saved the world. Oh, well, he's the Antichrist. No, it sounds like he's the man.
Well, that's his whole shtick. He's supposed to manipulate you and make you think he's somebody else.
Okay, but what if he's actually doing good things? Like talking to Sam Cedar.
I am a vicious anti-Semite.
Actually, kind of true. And we're going to prove that today.
Yo!
I think it's time to start planting the seed here. I want to talk to Sam, and then I want to talk, and Hasan, I'm ready to get on a call with you without any prerequisite. You don't have to watch the video. I think it's time we talk it out.
So Hasan is going to say yes to that instantly in the chat. He's like, okay, I'm in. And then Ethan is going to ignore that for the next 2 hours. And at the end of the show, I have a clip. Hopefully Nour has that ready for me to check out in a second.
And let me say, and let me add a caveat, or not a caveat, but a prediction. I think that Hasan, being the ever coward that he is and always constantly moving the goalposts, will find a way to justify dodging it. It will either be that.
What kind of alternate? Bro, he's been asking you to debate for like fucking months. He's been asking you to debate for months. No conditions, nothing. Ethan has been insisting. Only if you watch the content nuke. Only if you watch the content nuke. Hasan is constantly saying like, I can call you right now. Every single week, Hasan is asking to fucking call. And now Ethan, like, bro, do you think we don't know? Do you think we're not watching you? Do you think we don't know what the fuck you say when you're on this fucking show, bro? Like, man, bafum. That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't fucking understand. Like, how do you even, like, what is this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Sorry. Insane stuff, bro. Sorry, just one moment, folks. Boom, sorry. Got something on my phone. Oopsie. Let me keep playing this.
Oh, Ethan is way too gone to talk. Or, oh, Ethan's just going to get Destiny talking points. Or Ethan's going to blitz me with Destiny. Or what's the point of talking to him? He will find some, or he's just going to lie. He'll find some way to get out of it. That's my prediction. And we'll see. I mean, listen, like I said, we'll see what's what once all this shit settles.
Bro, how can you live in like an alternate reality like that? That's what I don't understand. Like, you know what I mean? We've all been, even H3 fans that have been watching know that Hasan wants to debate, and Ethan is the one who refuses to debate unless Hasan watches the content nuke. What kind of bullshit is this?
So I am going to talk to Sam, and then afterwards I want to talk to Hasan, and let's see who makes excuses and who's the coward, and who's the liar, who's the propagandist.
You are, bro. You and your IDF terrorist wife, bro. The raider of Ramallah, who went to literally terrorize an innocent family in the middle of the night because she was bored being an IDF secretary. Okay? By any definition of the word, she is a terrorist. But you are too cowardly to admit it. And you're stuck. You're married to an IDF soldier who's never going to admit that she fucked up. So as long as Ela never says that she regrets what she did, Ethan is going to have to defend his wife. And he has a tattoo, fucking jump scare tattoo of her on his fucking arm, bro. They're never going to admit to doing wrong. And as long as Ela is still proud of her service in the Israeli army, Ethan has to fucking suck it up and fucking defend his wife no matter what, bro. So he has to sit there and be like, yeah, actually the IDF, you know, they're not really terrorists. He has to fucking sit there, bro. Like, how can you defend, like, bro, defending Israel? This podcast is the result of defending Israel. Look at how bitter and angry these fucking people are. No one fucking likes them. No one wants to associate with them, nor the crew. This is what defending Israel on the internet does to someone. The H3 podcast. Let's just watch the result.
You just listed 3 things.
All of those things. He's all those things. I'm none of them.
Oh. Well, one of them was positive, wasn't it? I thought one of those was supposed to be you.
I said propagandist, liar.
Okay.
What, do you think I'm one of those?
No, I'm just...
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Yeah, so Hasan, big guy, let's just make it happen. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do everything you wanted from me. I'm gonna do everything you wanted, Hasan, to prove how fearless I am.
I did everything right.
I'm so alpha, bro. You will not demasculate me. Whatever.
All right, you were right. All three were negative, so.
Oh, you went back?
Now I understand. You and all three were.
I'm trying to say emasculate, Ethan. Emasculate is the word you're looking for, my man. Just a moment, folks. Let me try to open up some of these. Gonna open some links. 1, 2, 3. Because these moments are like spread apart a lot, and I'm not going to be able to find them. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And now, okay, he's done talking about this. So now let's jump to Frogan's video. But first, we're going to react to a few clips. Before we get to that, we're going to get to some clips. Frogan's response to Ethan Klein. Boom, let's set that up as our next watch together. I've not seen this yet. Before we do that, let's try Wegmans hummus. So this is the classic original hummus from Wegmans, but it has some roasted garlic in there, so this is probably more akin to the roasted garlic variety of Sabra. This already smells better, if I'm honest. It's better. And I'm not just saying that. There seems to be more tahini. What Americans don't seem to understand about hummus is that you don't actually need that much chickpeas. It's, to me, tahini is what really, the right amount of tahini is what makes a good hummus. This is way fucking better. I shit you not. This is so much better than both the roasted garlic and the classic sabra. This is just Wegmans standard hummus. It's got a much lighter taste, much less chemically, and much less chemical taste. I shit you not. I'm not just fucking saying that. The ingredients are chickpeas, tahini, filtered water, lemon juice, canola oil, and olive oils. At least have olive oil in there. Sea salt, garlic, roasted garlic, toasted sesame seeds, citric acid. This is a much better hummus. I shit you guys not. So. Bro, I can't get the fucking mouse to come to my other fucking side of the screen. It's so annoying. Oh my god. It's like trapped. Okay.
Hi, my name is Frogan.
You guys see how my computer is fucking crashing? Okay, classic original hummus. But I'm gonna give it a B for now. Very good classic hummus. Wegmans, I'm fucking impressed. I remember the first time I went into Wegmans, my friend Dane was like, "You want to go to Wegmans? It's like a fancy supermarket." I was like, "Ooh, Wegmans." Wegmans, I'm fucking impressed. I gotta say, I am impressed. Okay, now. Interesting clip right here. Shared by Gato Fumigator. Ooh, let me just take a second to read some donos.
So Ethan is obsessed with him. Like, he cannot stop talking about him. And, you know, again, this is part of this narrative.
Oh, we've seen this. This was part of... Sorry, let me just catch up on some super chats. Bahar sends $10. He says, very unrelated, but do you happen to recommend books in English about Al-Harb Al-Ahliya, Lebanoniya, that you think are well researched and thoroughly sourced, or specifically Sabra and Shatila? Books in English? I actually, the one thing about Lebanon is that there are no proper historical accounts of our wars, of our civil wars, because like history in Lebanon is so biased, and whoever writes, depending on the person's biases, you're going to get a very different version of events in the Civil War. There's no book that I know of that I could recommend, but I will try to look into that and tell you about it. And specifically Sabra and Shatila, for those of you who don't know, is a massacre that was committed in the 80s by the Israeli army as a joint operation with extremist Lebanese right. They went into the Sabra and Shatila refugee camp, which was filled with Palestinians. the Shatila camp in this area of Sabra in Lebanon, and they butchered. So Lebanese extremist Christians, with the help of the Israeli and support of the Israeli military, butchered Palestinians living in Lebanon. Now, it's a whole complicated issue. Palestinians had previously attacked Lebanese people. It's this whole complicated thing. But it's a crazy massacre. And yeah, Ethan just talks about Sabra Hummus being Sabra. Sabra actually has a very negative connotation in Lebanon. It was a massacre that was fucking orchestrated by the Israelis against Palestinians in Lebanon. But it's also shameful because Lebanese people participated in that. EU Watson has become a member. Thank you, EU Watson. And Mudmud sends another £2 and says, Sabra isn't your favorite. How anti-Semitic. I know, folks. We're all going to anti-Semitic jail because of this. And EU Watson has gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you, EU Watson. Very generous. We love you so much. Thank you to all our members. Let's watch. This is Ethan. What's happening here? So the moment Ethan Klein knew he was fucked. Look at that.
Give me a break, bro. Anyway, it's not prolific. I said yes 2 hours ago, Ethan. Bro, you're actually in my chat.
So Hasan is in Ethan's chat being like, yeah, I'm down to fucking debate. And Ethan only saw it 2 hours later, bro. No one else fucking told him.
Oh! All right. I didn't hear about it since 2. Did he really? I didn't hear about it till right now. Why is everyone just in the chat suddenly saying he wants to debate? Just like right now. You know what I mean? Like, give me a break, bro. Anyway, it's not happening right now. It's late.
Oh,
okay?
it's not happening right now.
So prolific.
I wish we could watch this live. I just don't know where this is in the episode. Bahar sends another $10. Bahar, thank you so much for being so generous. He's also a patron. Exactly. Thanks. I'm having such a hard time finding an unbiased, well-researched book. Well, you're going to have a very hard time finding unbiased, like, history books in Lebanon. Look into Charles Hayek on Instagram. He's a Lebanese historian. I don't think he's written books on the Civil War, but you can kind of get a pretty unbiased account of a lot of like history from him. He might go into more like ancient history, might not go into political history, but try looking into him. Megavirus 700 gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much, Megavirus. We appreciate the support, and congrats to all of the new members that are here. That was hilarious. So Hasan literally in the chat watching live as Ethan rejects to debate him.
But not limited to.
Here's an interesting video from Hasan responds to chatter calling his problems with Ethan high school drama. It's just content and drama for him, and let's see what Hasan says to that for this being just drama.
Palestinian voice, including but not limited to getting a Democratic Party congressperson to demand my deplatforming using the fucking congressional letterhead 5 days before a general election, and says this is just high school drama. At a certain point, you have to realize you're trying to minimize it. Because on Ethan's side, it does come across like fucking high school drama. True. Because he doesn't care about the politics of it all. It's just content and drama for him and his dumb fuck audience. It's not drama. We're talking about people's livelihoods being actively ruined by a fucking pro-Israel mouthpiece who has used his platform to constantly go after anyone and everyone, making a fool of himself in the process.
And it's no joke when he says he's going after people's livelihoods. He tried to get Hasan deplatformed, which would heavily affect his livelihood. He got Frogan, Raf and Capri from the Air Apps podcast banned on Twitch for a month. So was Denim, so was about 2 other creators that were with them on that platform. He has tried to get me off of YouTube by mass reporting my channel along with Ela when they called their audience of 500,000 people to mass report our YouTube channel. He is threatening Denims with litigation. He's threatening Noah Samson with litigation. He's trying to silence all of these creators, go after their livelihood, try to get their money tied up in lawyer fees, trying to get them off of their platforms where they can't earn subscription or ad revenue or anything like that. He's literally trying to silence pro-Palestinian voices because he's upset that we're calling him names and we're calling him a fucking Zionist because that's what he is, and he's been spewing Zionist propaganda for the past year and a half. Essentially. So Hasan is absolutely right. While it does seem like silly internet drama and it's brain rot shit that we're looking at sometimes, but don't forget what this man did to cause us to stand up for like, I started doing this to stand up for the Arabs, essentially. It wasn't until they were banned off of Twitch that I decided to make my fucking YouTube video going after Ethan. So, you know, kind of did it to himself. Final clip. Ethan is so eager to throw around the anti-Semitism charge that even the people he pays are openly mocking him. Yeah, so here he's going to call something anti-Semitic when it's literally nothing, which he does all the time.
Yeah. Oh, he's reading chat, looking for something to say. This is so fucking dumb. He's such an idiot. He's a Karen. It's just bleach. No fuck off Ela. That's anti-Semitic.
That's anti-Semitic. Someone said no fuck off Ela. That's anti-Semitic apparently, folks.
What?
Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry. That's anti-Semitic, by the way.
What?
His brain doesn't even think anymore. You know what I mean? He's in such a victim mode. Him and Ela are so victimized. They have gotten so used to victimizing themselves over the last 2 years that his brain just throws out the accusation. This is anti-Semitic without even fucking thinking. That's anti-Semitic. That's anti-Semitic. That's anti-Semitic. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Someone just said fuck off Ela. Fuck you, Ethan. Is that anti-Semitic? No, you're just a piece of shit.
Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I thought they were being like, just leveling any criticism against, just directing it towards Hila, because she's Israeli.
So if you criticize an Israeli, if you criticize an Israeli, folks, if you criticize an Israeli, you're anti-Semitic.
What?
Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I thought they were being like, just leveling any criticism against, just directing it towards Hila, because she's Israeli.
Yeah, no.
But I
just said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's reading.
Idiot. Let's take a small break and try some more hummus. The hummus. Let's try Cedars. Everybody on Twitter has been saying this is the best alternative to Sabra. This is a Lebanese-owned brand, the Hanna family, which again I got my beef with because they made this fucking thing. But let's try their classic original hummus and let's see if this should be your go-to store-bought hummus when you're going to the store. These should be available at most supermarkets, at a Safeway, at like a Target, at a Walmart, hopefully. You know, this should be readily available. Now this is their classic hummus. There's no roasted garlic in the center. There's nothing. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of smells like Sabra. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It smells like Sabra, and so far the Wegmans has the better smell. One second. I want to bring back the classic Sabra because I think this tastes very close to the classic Sabra. And I don't like that. That makes me nervous. Classic Sabra. You know, this is definitely worse. I need something to change the taste in my mouth. Can I be honest with you guys? I don't like this. This tastes like ass. This tastes kind of close to Sabra. It's a little bit better, but not by much. If you want a good store-bought hummus, Wegmans is by far the best hummus I've had today. Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't this fucking crazy? Wegmans makes a better hummus than Cedars. Cedars, let's see how I can... The Cedars hummus... I mean... Fuck, bro. I'm gonna do it. Sorry, guys. It's an E. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like it. It's a fucking E, bro. Steve Saturnation, which makes me anti-Arab because Cedars, the cedar tree is on the Lebanese flag. It is a key part of Lebanese culture, our tourism. It is the symbol of our country. I am now an anti-Arab, folks. I hate my own people. I'm a racist. And I don't know how I feel about that. Steve Saturnation sends $5 and says, love what going on over at the Do Not Worry podcast. A Sabra on me. Well, thank you, Steve. Actually, $4.99 is about the price of a Sabra packet. So thank you. If you guys also please would like to consider donating to Harley's charity to support Mohsen and his family. I just donated another £50 there today out of guilt for buying all of the Sabra. The link is pinned at the top of the live chat. It is also in the description of this video. You guys have already helped Harley raise a whole bunch of money from Hasan. If you guys would like to donate a little bit today and help me make up for this grave error that I made, please consider doing so. I feel like I'm betraying my own people, but this is not good hummus, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you this is good just because it's Lebanese. You know what I mean? It's not good. It's not good hummus, and I would not buy this again. I would literally buy the Wegmans Classic Original before I would buy the Cedars Hummus, which, say what you will about me, you can judge me all you want, but I gotta keep it real with y'all. It does not taste good, and I don't like it. Let's watch Frogan's video.
And this is the first time I'm ever making a solo YouTube video about everything that has happened the last year and a half. I address everything on my podcast, Arabs, which you can find the link below, but today it's just going to be you and I. I think the content cop was great. You know, I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy, and, you know, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan. One of the main things, especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you. So obviously, with so much pressure on the internet, both on myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too, it's fucking hell. It's hard to manage, it's hard to deal with. So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way, and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan.
By the way, I'm going to Los Angeles tomorrow morning, and I'm going to be meeting Frogan for the first time in person, along with Raf and along with Capri. And I'm going to be spending basically the whole weekend with the three of them. I'm super excited. It's so surreal. Frogan and the Arabs and I have been talking online for like over a year at this point, well over a year since they started their podcast. We got to witness how like their banning and all of that. I was talking to them behind the scenes throughout this whole year, and I never thought I would actually be able to meet them. It's going to be fucking crazy, bro. It's going to be so fucking fun. So excited to meet these people. I already feel like I know them. Like, Frogan feels like a sister. Capri and Raf feel like brothers. And I don't know. I'm just very excited to go meet them. I've never been to Los Angeles, so I'm excited about that too. So this is going to be crazy, yo.
Other people don't do that. And I've even said this before. I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators. I think it's insane to involve his children and anybody else that really doesn't deserve the criticism. I think
I agree. Again, Frogan's 100% on the money. That's why we never covered the CPS thing much. And in fact, I defended Ethan when it came to CPS. I never fucked with the whole accusing him of killing Shredder. Even the skulls thing, I don't really want to touch on that a lot because it could be fake, but also if it is real and if someone did send him skulls, that's fucked up, and I don't want to condone that. I don't want to be associated with anything that like crosses over from like online to like physical harassment in real life. Like, his kids should not have to do anything. His kids should not have to be interviewed by a CPS person. No one should have to unbox like a skull. If it really was someone that did send the skull, I don't know, okay? There are convincing arguments to be made that this could have been like faked and shit. I really don't know, but I just don't want to fuck with it, and I don't want to focus on that. I don't want to sit up here and call Ethan a liar for those things because I really don't know, and he might very well be telling the truth. And if it is true, it's fucked up. The CPS thing is fucked. The Shredder thing is fucked. The skulls thing are fucked. To me, it's always been about Zionist propaganda and deplatforming creators. I keep my eye on the ball. That's what we focus on. You know what I mean? So I appreciate Frogan for saying that right now.
deserves a criticism as well too, because she says some batshit crazy things on the podcast as well. And I've said this, and I'll say it again. If you're spewing pro-Israel propaganda, I'm going to call you out about it. I received a text asking to say something nice about Ethan, and to be honest, I thought about it long and hard because I was like, this man does not deserve anything nice from me. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll give me some closure. So I wrote a letter to Ethan, and I read it off, and iDubbbz put it in the video, and this was Ethan's reaction to the video.
I bet you would.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports figure that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish...
1 second, folks. Let's try the homemade hummus that my daddy made. Okay, this is made simply with chickpeas, olive oil, tahini, which is like basically sesame paste, some olive oil, some lemon, and some garlic. Here's a little bit of... Here's a cracker. Got some paprika on the side. Simple, light, a little lemony, a little garlicky. You got that taste of tahini in there. Got them chickpeas in there, folks. You want to make good hummus? You want to eat good hummus, folks? Avoid the supermarket brands. Avoid store-bought. Make your own, baby. S tier. Can't touch the real thing, baby. You cannot fuck with real hummus. And look, there is a whole tier separating real hummus from store-bought. I think B is as good as store-bought hummus can get. And this Wegmans, honestly, very impressive. Very impressive. But you can't fuck with the real shit. You cannot fuck with the real hummus made with love, okay? My daddy made this shit with love, so you can taste the love too. You can taste the love. So, I'm excited to eat the rest of this later. We got one more flavor to try. I'm gonna save that till the end. The dark chocolate hummus. And judging by their regular hummus, this is probably gonna taste like ass, because I did not like Cedars regular hummus. Again, don't come at me, folks. I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you, the Lebanese hummus did not taste good. The store-bought one, not good. No good, no bueno. No bueno.
You're the best.
I think. Listen,
Thank you.
Frogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her.
She did wish us the best in the end. It almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I don't want to, whatever, just Frogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
Right.
I mean, is it even like cool that he included her? Like, she's just gonna get more shit for being involved.
It's not cool.
And like,
on his
it's
behalf.
not, it's
He knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf, and he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me. Half of the content nuke, the entire ending half, was about me. So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Like, Hasan can handle it, but like Frogan's now just gonna get a pile of shit on top of her that I have no control over, because people are watching, millions of people are watching his video, by the way, and they're reacting to it, and they're not having good reactions to it.
Ethan, you have a lot of control over the public sentiment towards Frogan. You activated your fans to turn on Frogan, and we're fucking assholes. She gets so much hate and so much harassment online, bro. More than anyone else. I've said things similar, like I talk about PTSD and the military. She gets so much shit for that as well. Everything Frogan does, everything she posts, she gets hate. Drama alert. Every time she says something, every time she sneezes, there's a post about Frogan. And it is because she is a Muslim female creator, bro. There's no doubt about that. It's because she's wearing the scarf, like.
It's our audience.
Far from our own, yeah.
I think it's funny that you think me being in the iDubbbz video is what's going to cause this harassment. When in reality, it's you, Ethan.
Oh.
You're acting like you haven't spent the last year and a half doing everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi. But no, it's iDubbbz, one of the only major creators besides Hasan who has actually defended me publicly in the last few months. This next section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Let's get started with this clip.
Personally, though, and I've seen Hasan do this before, is he's accused me of it. He goes, "Oh, you just hate Muslims." It's like, bro, can you actually please just respond to a real argument? Like, please, bro. You know, he just, like, you can't just sweep everything away by saying that. It's just not right. Are people very cruel to her? Yeah, for sure. You know, it's just, I don't know, man.
I don't know how to explain this to you, Ethan, because this is something you claim all the time, but some people are actually racist. Ethan claims people are mean to him all the time because they're racist, using his religion as a shield of criticism, as he claims people are doing to me. A lot of the comments I get are about me being a hijabi and me being Muslim, so no. People are not more charitable to me because I wear the hijab, and I wish that was the case.
What happened to the audio? Mudmud, our beloved Myri C, sends, "How Trumpy is that? Loads of reactions, and they're not good." It's very Trump. He is starting to sound like Trump. A lot of reactions. They're not good to the content, cop. Not good.
I've never. They accuse me of doing it. They go, "Oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators." It's like, I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone's fucking identity into my criticism of them.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, you know, just serve yourself on a platter for them because you deserve it.
Bro, this has been going on since October 9th, 2023. Jesus, look how different Ethan looked since he started this fucking crash out. By the way, you see the piece that the Scarecrow's wearing in the back? Demi was able to remove the Teddy Fresh patch from this, because this is one of the nicer pieces that I own from Teddy Fresh. We were able to remove the patch. This is a now Zionist-free piece of clothing that I can actually wear in public again.
Like, I think per capita platter for them because you deserve it. Like, I think per capita, a lot of the weird fucking terrorism and crimes and shit, I mean, there's definitely some strong thread of violence through the Muslim community or Arab Muslim.
Yeah, he says her hijabi. She is, Ethan, a hijab is a hijab. You call the scarf the hijab. And a hijabi is someone who wears the hijab. Okay? This is not the hijabi. Hamar, guys, hamar, شو بدنا نعمل? Hamar. Is there a word in the Hebrew for hamar, or do you guys use the Arabic word as well? Habibi.
To be more specific.
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Hila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
We misspoke. It didn't sound good. We immediately.
No name, whose first name starts with an F and last name starts with an M, says Lebanon misses you with a $2 donation. Thank you, No Name. We miss you as well. I miss Lebanon too. I'll be home. I'll be home eventually. You know what I mean?
They corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Hila said Yoav Gallant was a great guy, even though he's literally a war criminal and pro-genocide. I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military. I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter by saying, the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of frustration as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. And like I said initially, I'm not granted that charitability at all.
I want to explain it because people bring it up non-stop. I apologize for it right away. When Ethan made a video to address this on his Ethan Klein channel, I made a quick appearance in that video just to say, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I shouldn't have called him a really good guy. Like, I don't know why I said it like that.
What more do you want from me? I did the same exact thing. Now we're moving on to the infamous button. So during the react to the content cop, AB...
That's true. Like, and Hila's apology, like, you don't really, like, because they still tried to explain, like, but he was trying to end the war, so what I was saying was a good thing. He's not trying to end the war. Again, Yoav Gallant, the only reason he ever said, let's end the war in Gaza is because he already butchered everyone there. He's like, we've already kind of killed everyone there. We've destroyed every building. Shouldn't we go focus on Lebanon now and fuck them up instead? Like, that was Yoav Gallant's point. He wasn't trying to end the war. He's not a good guy. He doesn't want peace. He just thinks there's no military, there are no military, what's the word? Like, goals anymore left in Gaza. It's a parking lot now. It's time to build Trump Tower. That's what you should do. So he's like, let's go fucking ruin Lebanon. Let's go murder some fucking Lebanese people now. We're done with these Palestinians. Let's go kill some Lebanese people. Ethan's Basement is saying he played Twitcher Terrorist, which was featuring Frogan. Exactly, Ethan's Basement. Thank you for reminding me of that. I hope Frogan mentions that too.
started talking and the button was pushed. Here's the clip.
Authorities block healthcare to Gaza. Again, I'm not. Do you think that I'm talking about walking around Gaza when I say how great multicultural it is?
We
did
never
you think that?
how Israel attacked Gaza since October 7th, not even once. We never
I think
co-signed what they did.
Is that not the point he's making though?
What?
That you're talking about how nice Israel is, but
Israel proper is different from Gaza.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Shian Israel proper, and I hadn't fahimed. Someone explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old. What is Israel proper? Like, how is Israel proper not directly tied to Gaza? For Israel proper to exist, for this Zionist, evil, apartheid, a Jewish supremacist project to exist, it is on the back of Gaza. Yani, for Tel Aviv to exist in the way that you love it, Ethan, where it's no Arabs walking around, barely, and it is a Jewish heaven, basically. You got people in fucking Gaza, bro, who are treated like slaves, who are prisoners in an open-air prison. For your beloved Tel Aviv to function the way that it does so because of Gaza. It does so because of the West Bank. It does so because of continually stealing land and ethnically cleansing these areas of the people that used to live there, burning their olive trees, making their land so that they can't grow crops on them anymore, destroying their culture, destroying universities, destroying hospitals, Gaza is directly linked to Israel proper. Israel proper would not exist hadn't the Israeli government taken all of these Palestinians and shoved them in an open air prison. Like, you stay here so we can fucking party over here. You fuckers, you dirty fucking brown fuckers, you better fucking stay here, not complain, don't have the right to leave, don't have the right to travel, no fucking passports, you can't come into Tel Aviv, you can't come into Jerusalem unless you pass by 30 fucking checkpoints. It is by design. Israel proper is built on blood, death, genocide, colonialism, apartheid. Gesicht الهبل, bro. Ethan's Basement is now a member. Bro, that's fucking awesome. So, like, I'm sorry, bro. What do you mean Israel proper? And AB's trying to fucking make a point and he just fucking shuts him up and presses the button.
Right now, say
Muslims in Israel.
I guess that's where the
And that's the end of the clip because the button was pushed. Anytime any member of the crew gives Ethan any type of pushback, the button is pushed. And he wants to say that I'm surrounded by yes men and people can never criticize me when he doesn't allow his staff that are part of the show to give him any critique or pushback whatsoever. During the live show today, some of the crew defended me and I appreciate it so much. And during this episode, AB mentioned that the most recent time we talked, him and I had a disagreement.
People are saying stop being friends with her. You guys don't know fucking shit. I have not talked to her in forever. And the last time we did talk, we had a disagreement. Like where is this coming from? Like I don't understand.
This disagreement was a DM I sent him, which stated, "Hey AB, I wanted to reach out privately because responding publicly and adding to the dog pile doesn't feel right. I understand that people often overlook how tough the job market is, and I get that working for Ethan puts you in a complicated position. That said, I think what pushed people over the edge was a clip of you baiting pro-Palestinian people and blocking them. The criticism you're receiving is largely because people believe you're better than that and don't subscribe to Ethan's views. I know you've been vocal about Palestine, but I think it's important to explicitly clarify that you don't share his beliefs and that you stand on your own. Ethan is not worth the bullshit you have to deal with working for him. Honestly, there have been times where I felt anger towards you, but after some
Lizzie Rosa makes a great point in the chat. She says, Auschwitz was in Poland, by the way, so you could say Germany proper is great during the Holocaust with the same logic. Exactly. Hey, I mean, Auschwitz wasn't in Germany. Germany's great. Isn't it multicultural? You got all these white Europeans walking around. Janet B gifts 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Well, thank you, Janet. We love you. Next week, folks, we're going to have the most fucking badass members only stream. And I'm going to try to make it available for patrons, or I'll do one separate for the patrons and one separate for the members. We love you guys. Ethan's Basement is one of our fucking VIPs. He drew beautiful fan art of myself and Nata and Maki, the little kitties. I mean, Ethan's Basement, you really have no idea like how much that means to me, and the fact that all of these OG H3 fans are now like hanging out with us here. I fucking love this whole family, folks. You guys are amazing. I love you.
I wanted to approach you directly. I'm saying this as someone who is personally impacted by Ethan and as a cousin. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. AB didn't respond, and that's perfectly fine. I didn't expect him to. You know, I just wanted to get my feelings out. Although AB and I haven't talked in a long time, he's still somebody I care about. You know what I mean? He's like a cousin. You know, we have that bond. We're both from Dearborn, so it's like we're literally cousins. Not literally, but I don't know AB's motivation.
And I'm kind of in the same boat as Frogan. I'm not cousins with AB, and I'm not from Dearborn, but he's Lebanese. And while I am being a bit more rough with him, and now just with him and Lena, like I don't give a fuck if Lena loses Creator Clash at this point. I just don't care about them much. But they're always gonna get that sliver of charitability from me, that little bit of hope that they can see the light and do what's right. Because at the end of the day, they're my Lebanese. They're not just Arab. They're fucking Lebanese, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it just makes me sad. Like, I'm going to LA now. How great would it have been to actually be able to be friendly with the H3 crew and be able to meet AB and meet Lena at Wildcard. Maybe help them spar, help them train. Like, this whole thing, just Ethan has made it impossible for anyone who's Arab to like respect them, bro. Because if you're unless you're AB and Lena, who earn money from him, who are paid by Ethan, but like any Arab H3 fan, like if you're still watching H3, bro, like shame on you, bro. You know what I mean? Just shame on you.
Or what he feels, because I'm on the outside at this point. So I am just giving my perspective from somebody on the outside. I will say the invalid points of criticism towards AB is trying to question him as an Arab, which is completely fucked up and wrong. Nobody should do that, you know? It is valid to criticize him for still working for Ethan and being silent for as long as he was.
Members go up, folks. Just talking about Ethan's Basement and the H3 family. Members go up. Just gifted 10 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you, members. Go up. We fucking love you. That's so fucking generous. Look at all these 10 new members right here. We're gonna have fun next week on that members live stream, folks.
Valid points of criticism, but don't try to take away his Arabness because you don't agree with him. Whenever AB started streaming on Twitch, I was the first person to raid him, and I even helped him whenever he asked me for advice on what to stream. AB has also helped me in many ways as well. Even a long time ago, AB included me in an H3 episode talking about why people should visit Dearborn. Here's a screenshot. It's from like 2023, I believe.
I remember
that
that
episode. He was also super,
episode.
super supportive whenever I was nominated and won the Streamer Award.
Right, and the award goes to...
Chala, Chala.
Frogan.
You did it! You did it, sister!
And
see, that makes me sad. Look,
to be quite honest, like watching this clip back made me really, really sad because...
and it makes me sad because I see the AB that I used to see when I used to watch H3. Like that old vibe of AB who, look, deep down, he's a nice guy. He's in a shit fucking situation, bro. He's just in a shit situation working for a Zionist. It used to be his dream job, and his dream boss is now a Zionist. And he doesn't want to give that up, bro. He's scared to give it up. He's scared to give up the paycheck. He's scared to give up the stability. I'm sure, you know, whatever Twitch pays, it's not going to pay him as well as fucking Ethan, bro. He's trying to buy a house. Maybe he's trying to fucking start a family with Lena. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? If they haven't left yet, they must have a pretty good reason in their minds, in their heads not to. Or maybe they can't afford it. Or maybe he's afraid. Like, maybe I can't do it on my own. Maybe I can't be as successful on my own. If I start streaming, am I going to make enough money to survive? It's sad, bro. It's sad, dude. This is like... I used to fucking love this show. I used to consider these people family. Like, I used to look up to Ethan a lot, bro. Like, a lot. I literally modeled my whole show after him. The only reason I'm streaming with you guys right now is because of Ethan and H3. You know what I mean? So I'm always going to owe him that. And it's just heartbreaking. I'm more sad than anything. I'm sad and disappointed at how things turned out. And the alternate history that could have existed had they not been Zionist fucking psychos, bro.
Because of basically the outcome of what this has become. You know what I mean? And I have nothing but love for AB and Lena, and I wish them the best. And maybe in the future, we can be friends again, to be honest.
Is she crying, bro? I think Frogan's crying, dude. I think she's tearing up, my man. Look at this.
Because of basically the outcome of what this has become. You know what I mean? And I have nothing but love for AB and Lena, and I wish them the best. And maybe in the future, we can be friends again.
Bro, her voice is shaking, bro. Frogan's fucking crying in the video, man. I'm getting goosebumps. No Name says we look up to you. A W's in the chat for Frogan. Go to that video and leave her a comment. Tell her we love and support you. Here, let me leave one. If my computer can fucking work.
Be honest.
Before she moved out here, I remember us talking and she was nervous about it. And I said, at the end of the day, you'll have me and Lena. Like,
sorry. Boom.
In the future, we can be friends again, to be honest.
Before she moved out here, I remember us talking and she was nervous about it. And I said, at the end of the day, you'll have me and Lena. Like, before it comes to worse. And then shit just hit the fucking fan. Yeah. Before.
And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so, so much. You know, during a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. But, you know, after a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually finally on my side. It's been a nightmare for me. On a more positive note, here are some of my favorite pictures taken at the shoot of the content cop bit. Of course, I got to see Kaya. I love her to death. And here are a couple pictures. To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason, my message to you is that, you know, you and I have different worldviews, and you and I have different ideas for what is the best way to help people. And, you know, while I appreciate the spirit of your advocacy, I think it's misguided. You know, after all of this, you've made my life hell. I will say that. You've made my life fucking hell. But at the end of the day, what I said at the end of the content cop still stands. I wish you the best.
Big words from our girl Frogan, folks. Big words from Frogan. Here, let's go back to our history. How long have we been streaming? 2 hours and a half. I feel like I could give you guys another 30 minutes. No? I think we could do another 30 minutes. But before we do that, let's watch some
Free
Asian
word.
food. But before we do that, it's time to try le chocolat hummus. Le hummus au chocolat noir. Eh ben oui. I'm sorry, guys. Cedars dark chocolate hummus. We're about to do this, folks. I've never tried chocolate hummus before. I didn't even know these were actually for sale. I've seen these on Twitter. You know, it's like when Italians tweet about some kind of weird pasta that an American made. Like, oh, this is an insult to Italy. Or like the French will tweet out some French dish with an American twist. Like, this is an insult to France. Well, we regularly get like weird hummus combinations on Twitter and Lebanese people freak the fuck out. Well, it's the first time I actually fucking see one. And we're going to try Le Dark chocolate hummus. What are the ingredients? So ingredients: steamed chickpeas, organic cane sugar, sunflower oil, olive oil, cocoa powder, processed with alkali, vanilla extract, sea salt, and niacin, which is a natural preservative. Okay. It looks like pudding, to be honest with you guys. It is more of a... Can you guys see? This is... It's a thick texture. Oh my god. It's like dipping it in pudding. It's like chocolate pudding. Allah yakun ma'ana. Allah kbir. To quote girlfriend reviews, hold up a minute. Hold up a minute. I'm gonna go in for seconds, folks. This tastes like chocolate pudding at this point. Like the chickpeas, there's no tahini in this, right? No, there's no tahini. So, okay. So this is why it doesn't taste like hummus. This is just chickpeas, and then everything else is like sugar, cocoa powder, vanilla extract, etc. There's no tahini, which is, to me, like I was saying earlier, tahini is what makes hummus taste like hummus. This is just basically chickpeas and dark chocolate, so the chocolate flavor is very overpowering. If this were in just like a chocolate dip bowl or like a pudding thing, I would never think this was chocolate hummus. I would just think this is a chocolate cream or pudding or custard. I don't know how to judge this. This is not hummus, but it's not bad. Like, it's fucking crazy, bro. This might be... Why can't I grab it? Chocolate hummus is getting a B. Chocolate hummus is getting a B. It's just like chocolate pudding. It tastes less sweet than a pudding. Like, the chickpeas are doing work. If you don't like very sweet, milky chocolate pudding. But ouais, Ethan's Basement. I know, hummus au chocolat, mais c'est de la folie. C'est de la folie. But what's even crazier, ce qui est même plus fou, c'est que c'est pas mal. It's not bad. And as a Lebanese person, it is extra fucking insulting for me to say this. I know. Like, I am ashamed right now of being Lebanese. I wish I could just lie and be like, this tastes like ass, blah, F tier, lol, we have some good laughs. This goes viral on Twitter. We make a viral Twitter clip of an Arab man shitting on chocolate hummus. You know what I mean? The joke writes itself. It does not taste bad. Eliel Mujabber is saying, Eliel Mujabber, our God-tier patron, who we love so much, he says, Anthony, it's 2 a.m. and you're making me starve. I'm sorry, Eli. You shouldn't be watching this at 2 a.m. Eli doesn't sleep. Eli has insomnia. Greatest eye doctor in Lebanon, by the way, is Eliel Mujabber. It's not bad, folks. It's dessert. It's not hummus. It's just a straight up dessert. Try it. I feel ashamed as an Arab man, as a Lebanese man, to even be eating this. I paid money for this, folks. I paid like $5, $6 for this shit. Weirdly edible. but very much a dessert. Don't think of it as anything other than a dessert. It is pretty much chocolate pudding. And Cedars chocolate hummus is better than their original hummus. That is fucking crazy. Their chocolate hummus is better than this. Don't buy this. This is not good. It's not good. Not good. And as a Lebanese man, I'm anti-Arab because, you know, Sabra means Jew. Cedar means Lebanon. I'm anti-Arab. This is the best store-bought hummus that I've tried. Wegmans Classic Original. Buy that. And the Sabras, again, this is the list. The best Sabra Hummus is a C. And then they go all the way down to F. You got the olive tapenade. You've got the chimichurri. You've got the artichoke hummus. Disgusting. E. You got the regular. You got lemon. You got pine nuts. Then you got Cedars. Then you got the garlic one here as a D because it masks a bit of the hummus flavor. And then the best Sabra hummus are the ones where you can't taste the hummus. You can only taste the roasted red pepper and shit. Disgusting. Thank you for being here with me as I eat these fucking things. Now to find room for them in the fridge. Goddamn, yo. What do you guys want to watch from this episode? Let me see if there's anything interesting. Content cop and Hasan's response to sword situation. Should we watch Hasan's response to the sword situation? Let's do that.
I love giving my money to my lawyers. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I bet.
So, let's go. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by all these self-promoting losers. So we ended the show on Monday being like, this is getting a little sus. He doesn't know what bleach is from 4 months ago. Why does he even own the swastika sword? Okay. Now I'm showing.
And yes, gato, dad hummus. My dad's hummus, homemade hummus will always be number one. Always. Mrs. Preminger sends $5 and says, love to the Do Not Worry Pod. Also, Anthony, do you like any manga? I do. So reading manga, not really. I've never really read manga. I've read a little bit of, I used to read like Pokemon when I was younger. I had a few of the Pokemon books, but I do enjoy some anime. I enjoy Hajime no Ippo. It's a boxing anime. It's really good. I love Dragon Ball Z. I've seen Death Note, which I really enjoyed. I tried watching Attack on Titan. I liked the first season. The more they explained the story and the origin of the Titans, the dumber I thought it got. So I stopped watching. Like, I haven't seen the last like season or two. It used to be good. The more they explained it, the dumber and more fucking crazy it got. What else am I watching? I don't watch a lot of anime. I obviously used to watch Pokemon a lot as a kid. I used to watch a lot of football animes. I forgot what it's called. In French, it was called Benjamin. Maybe Ethan's Basement knows what I'm talking about. And there was another football one called Rudy. I remember the song in French. I used to watch my anime in French. It was like Rudy comme un cyclone, balle au pied, fonce ne craint personne. Le ballon c'est sa passion et quand il fonce il cartonne. I also know the Pokemon song in 3 languages. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Pow, pow, pow. In French, it's un jour je serai le meilleur dresseur. I can't remember what they said. And then in Arabic, it's like أحلم دوما أن أكون الأفضل بين الجميع. بام بام بام. لذا أجمع البوكيمون سلاحي الوحيد. سأسافر عبر الكون من أي مكان. Favorite Pokemon? Well, I used to be a Charmander guy when I had to pick my Pokemon. I do have Pikachu on my arm because I love Pikachu. Just he's iconic. Snorlax, I fucking love Snorlax. He's adorable. I relate to Snorlax. I'm not fat, but I do like me a good nap. And I used to really like the 3 legendary birds. I forgot their name, bro. Zapdos, Articuno, and the fire one. I love Lugia. I love Oh-Oh. I love Mew. I love Mewtwo. All the old legendary Pokemon used to be fucking badass. You'll teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. سأجمعها الآن.
This clip showing how gracious I am being. Okay, this is just so you guys know.
Helped. Well, I've been informed.
Yes, Moltres. But Zapdos was my favorite because I remember when I got like a Zapdos holographic card, I was fucking freaking out. So he became my favorite. Also, there was like the Eve. Was it the Eve Pokemon? If you gave it 3 different stones, it could either become Voltion, And then the other two, the Voltion one, the electric one. I used to like electrical Pokemon a lot. They used to be very fucking cool. Voltion was fucking badass.
Repeatedly that it's a Buddhist swastika.
I'm sure it is, Dan. and is Hasan a big fan of Bleach? We establish.
What we established is that 4 months ago he was not. It's possible that he binge watched the fuck out of it in the last couple months. It is possible.
If that's what
That
happened,
is still
it
possible.
started with the hilt and inspired him
I
to
stand
watch
by
it.
that statement. I still think it's a poor coincidence, but it also is just like, come on.
Oh, sorry, you guys aren't seeing. So, part of me is curious. Should we watch the majority report part where they're talking about Ethan? Dan Ahmed sends $2. I recommend watching the anime Solo Leveling. The thing is, I don't know what to watch. There are so many animes, and there's it's like so overwhelming. Like which ones to start? Let me just see if I can watch the majority report talk about Ethan. Report Ethan Klein. Let's see if we can. Sam Cedar on Ethan Klein's situation. Oh, okay. So we got. I think let's watch that instead of this. I'm kind of tired of watching Ethan. What do you guys think? Let's watch Hasan talking about the majority report, talking about Ethan. Let's react to Hasan reacting to another react video. But like, I'm kind of just like, fuck this. They're gonna talk about the sword for an hour and the fact that it's like a swastika or whatever the fuck. We know what they're gonna say, yo. But I want to see what Papa Sam had to say about Ethan. If I'm honest, guys. If I'm just being honest with you guys. أحلم دوما أن أكون الأفضل بين
Live your life.
جميع.
I want Ethan to be.
لذا أجمع البوكيمون سلاحي الوحيد سأسافر عبر الكون.
Happy person. What is this?
I saw some clip before I went on vacation of that when the person called
Yeah, that chatter doesn't realize you ignore many streamers that try to cause drama with you because they aren't Israeli mouthpieces. Exactly. Like, do you know how many content creators are constantly talking shit? I don't give a. What I give a fuck is when a content
No name sends $2 and says One Piece. Here's what I think about One Piece. I saw the Netflix live action show, and I quite enjoyed it. I saw the whole thing, but it didn't make me want to watch the animated one because it's like too many episodes, bro. Thousands of episodes. I ain't got no time for that. I know there's like there's filler episodes I can skip, and there's like lists of ways I can watch it. I don't have the time to watch all that, but I did enjoy the anime, the live action show. I tried watching Cowboy Bebop. Everyone was saying Cowboy Bebop is fucking amazing. It's like a classic anime. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I could not stand Cowboy Bebop. I did not enjoy that anime at all. The music was cool in it, but like I just didn't fuck with it. So didn't even try to watch the live action one, if I'm honest with you guys. But yeah.
who is prominent, who has a relatively sizable audience that is deluding them.
Yes, One Piece. I've been told about that. I think No Name told me about One Piece. But I just I ain't got no time for that shit, bro. It's too much.
That is lying to them about the history of Israel. That is basically doing a form of Hasbara. Yeah, if I talked exclusively about content creators that talk shit about me, I'd be only talking about Asmongold, probably.
that I was pronouncing something wrong or something.
Oh, yes.
And apparently,
yes.
I was trying to mock their handle on IM, referred to it as a moniker, and then tried to.
Whoever has good anime recommendations, please leave them in the comments because the chat is going a bit too fast and I'm not going to be able to remember these. Write them in the comments section. That way I can go back and look at these calmly and like make a list and actually like try to watch some of these. It would be fucking awesome. Akira, I've not seen Akira. I've seen. No, it's the one with the bike, right? The famous bike thing. No, I've not seen it. Lars sends $5 and says, I love how Ethan's saying him and Sam will agree after calling Sam a token Jew 2 days ago. So which is it? Look, I hope Hasan gets a hold of Sam and like brings him up to speed before Sam and Ethan talk, because Ethan cannot be trusted with this shit, bro. And he's got Emma Vigeland there. They've got Matt Lech there. I trust the Majority Report crew and I trust Sam. He's smart enough to know what the fuck is going on. So
pronounce it in different ways.
Rough word to do that on.
I saw the clip and it does look bad, but it also is, I think, a rather uncharitable thing. But they seem to be upset at me for something. So
yeah, because you don't think Hasan is a racist, I think is the problem. If there's anyone who takes a pro-Palestine side that he doesn't think is a racist, it'd be interesting to know about. But yeah, that's embarrassing stuff over there.
it is a little bit embarrassing, but maybe that works.
I hope
over there. There's a lot of stuff that comes out of that. Like I see it, like I get tagged occasionally, not that often. And to be honest, I'm not on Twitter and certainly not over a vacation or Blue Sky as much as I used to be, that I cannot follow for the life of me. There's just another like universe of names and characters that I just honestly like I cannot follow what is going on.
I know. Yeah, the only reason I know about this is because of Hasan.
Dana Ahmad sends $2 and says, I recommend watching the anime Solo Leveling, which I will try to do.
And yeah, but I hope he's just like kind of, Ethan just takes a step back. I don't really know him that well, but I mean, it seems like he's not doing that great and maybe needs like a intervention, not like saying it like that.
Matt Lech knows everything. Matt Lech, we follow each other. He sees all the Ethan Klein stuff. Matt, please get Ethan up to get Sam up to speed before that, because Ethan can very well pretend to lie and be, oh, I'm just a moderate. This is what I think, but they're making me seem like an extremist, and I just want what's best for Israel, and I want a two-state solution. But in the meantime, then I eventually want a one-state solution. No, Ethan literally thinks if the Palestinians are let out of Gaza, they're gonna kill all the fucking Jews. That's what he literally fucking thinks. Psycho shit. Okay. Joe Starry-Eyed sends $10 and says, watch Princess Tutu. You'll love it. Princess Tutu. I need to make a list. Guys, write these in the comments as well. I'll go back and check all of these super chats later. Princess Tutu. It sounds random as fuck. What is that even about? But I will check it out.
That's what the IDubbbz video was.
From a friend.
People have been trying to intervene with him as a friend.
What video is?
There's a new IDubbbz video guy. He did it's called Content Cop H3. But the truth is,
I saw that. I don't know what does any of those things mean.
I don't know. I've never heard of the Content Cop series, but apparently it's pretty big.
This is really what makes me feel like what we're watching is like when I try to explain to my parents like what the fuck it is I'm doing when I'm like streaming right now and like the Ethan stuff. They're like, what the fuck? Who are these people? Who's IDubbbz? What's a Content Cop? What's an H3? What's an Ethan? Why is this man still going crazy? Who's a Hasan? What's a Nazi? What's that sword? What's up with Kaya? What's the designer dog? What's up with the skulls? There's a CPS. What's up with CPS? Jardia? It's like nonstop fucking random shit, bro. They're like, what are you doing with your life?
But I'll just say, like, people have done that for Ethan multiple times as friends, including Hasan.
Content Cop was not an intervention. It absolutely was. It was far nicer than what Ethan deserves at this point. What are you talking about? And it also hyper-focused on, like, the personal aspect of Ethan's behavior rather than making, like, larger political points about the ahistorical nature of his commentary, how much he
Haley D's asking, folks, have you heard of Pokemon? I don't know, Haley. I might not have. I don't think you heard me. I'm pretty sure she heard me singing the song in 3 languages. Haley, you're too funny. I have heard it. And by the way, here's a little Pikachu. Here's a little tiny little Pikachu on my arm. Cute little Pikachu. Yusuf Al Stalin sends $5 and says, shout out to DNW. Thanks for being my new podcast to listen to after being a fallen fan. Also tell Elijah and Karine they are hot. Well, Wusil, hopefully they hear you. Everyone on the Do Not podcast is beautiful and hot in their own way. And by the way, this is not like the full podcast. This is just me doing solo streams while I'm here in the US. The full show will be back with like full topics, the crew. When I'm back in Lebanon right now, this is me trying to kind of just keep the channel alive while I'm away. So please do not judge me by these solo live streams and all the technical difficulties that I'm going through. I also think I need a fucking new laptop because this 4-year-old M1 MacBook Air, I don't think it's powerful enough to deal with all of the editing, with all of the streaming software, the multiple cameras plugged in, all that sort of thing. So I'm starting to pay the price for that. Dreadful Utopia, beloved member and patron, says, watched Ghost in the Shell from 1995, my favorite. I've seen the Ghost in the Shell movie starring Scarlett Johansson, and it was like visually very cool, but empty and vapid. Like that movie made me feel nothing. I'm sure the anime is so much better.
Or how he spends most of his time, the finite amount of time he has to speak on an issue as a content creator, most of that goes to shitting on people who are speaking out against Israel rather than speaking out against Israel personally. Like that's, if Ethan truly was pro-Palestinian as he claims he is, then he would spend virtually no time talking about Frogan or denims or whatever or maybe spend some time talking about them if you have disagreements. That's fine, right? But the overwhelming majority of Ethan's time would be spent talking about Israel's atrocities. Only when he's talking about that issue, by the way. I'm not saying he should like not do his goofs and gaffes and exclusively
On stream, you watched it. Everyone has been overwhelmingly charitable for them, and he has continued to double down in heinous ways, smearing people, being overly racist against people because they're hijabis. Like that whole crew and all the people that online, like whenever I post,
the content cop ended with people he.
Bro, Matt knows what's up, bro. Matt is just like, I mean, Emma Vigeland, I'm sure knows a little bit of what's going on, but Emma is also like very busy. I don't think she spends as much time on Twitter. Matt is a great follow, by the way. Matt Lech. It's just funny to hear him because he just fucking knows exactly what Ethan is up to, and he sees my tweets all the time, so it's like, you know.
Severely harassed, saying something nice about him, and was far more charitable than he deserves. Yeah, but it didn't even work.
We already have an H3 podcast. Someone said make your own H3. I already did my own H3. It's called Do Not Worry Podcast. This whole show, well, not this solo stream, but like our show with the crew, it's all H3, baby.
To actually, penetrate his narcissistic barrier. But what I was trying to say is this. Okay, do the goose and gaffs. Do whatever you want to do. Live your life. I want Ethan to be a happy person. Okay, I want Ethan to be a healthy person. I want him to be a happy person. I wish him well. This is my consistent position. It has not changed, regardless of what he's done to me, others. I want everyone to live a good life, live a healthy life. Because I think if people were healthier, they would most likely not do the stuff that he's doing.
Khaled's saying, yeah, but do it live. We have been doing it live, Khaled, for like the past 2 months. I've not done a pre-recorded video in like 2 or 3 months. We've only been doing live, nothing but live. And it feels like the show feels a lot more like an H3 show because of the live component, in my opinion, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Having said that, if you claim that you're pro-Palestine, then show it. Then act like it. He just uses being pro-Palestine as a way to try to dance on this tightrope where he gets to say whatever the fuck he wants about pro-Palestinian voices. He gets to say insane shit about Israel and then still have people like him and agree with him. Like he wants to have his cake and eat it too in this regard. At that point, his claim that he is pro-Palestinian becomes a shield for his propaganda for Israel. That's
True.
what I'm frustrated by. The reason why I speak on Ethan is because
nothing Ethan says is pro-Palestinian. The extent of, like, he says, like, I just don't want the innocent people to like get hurt, and those poor Gazans. Oh, those poor Gazans. And then he feels bad for the Gazans. He's like, oh look, these poor Gazans are trying to protest against Hamas. Free Gaza from Hamas. That is what Ethan thinks. He's not like, free them from the fucking Zionists, the fucking IDF terrorists. No, free them from Hamas. Hamas is the problem. The rebels, the rebellion, trying to save these fucking people. They're the problem. The IDF, aka the Empire from fucking Star Wars, they're chill. Just chill stuff.
He claims to be pro-Palestinian and deludes his audience into thinking that he is pro-Palestinian, and that is the only appropriate pro-Palestinian way of covering these issues. The only way to criticize Israel's actions is by constantly shitting on people who are criticizing Israel's actions. Like, that's ridiculous. It's unacceptable.
Those videos, look into my replies defending Ethan. They're all sick. They're all really sick, and I love telling them so.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to how J.K. Rowling claims to be a feminist, but uses feminism to attack women. Yeah, J.K. Rowling is not a feminist at all. She's only using the moniker of being a feminist as a protective barrier to a select hand-selected few group of people that are still TERFs that actually abide by the feminism, but the narrowly defined feminism of being a TERF, a trans-exclusionary radical feminist. That's what Ethan is doing as well. It's just marketing at this point. They just say that you're pro-Palestinian, but all the time that you spend talking about Israel is dedicated to shitting on people who talk about Israel's atrocities. That's it.
I gotta try to figure out how to do gaming. People are telling me Linux, I gotta do gaming. I have a PlayStation 5. I want to find a way to stream my PS5 games on my computer. I think I need to buy a whole bunch of shit. I need to look into that like soon before I travel. And I'm gonna need a new laptop in a couple months. These things are expensive.
Just have noticed, and I can't speak to what Ethan Klein is up to.
Lizzie Rosa says, Anthony, that is a disgraceful opinion Cowboy Bebop is based. Like, I'm sorry, I did not enjoy that show.
I have not paid attention, but I can tell you within
Love
the
you,
context
Lizzie.
of like my family members who, a year ago, or even, my family members who stopped following us on Instagram or whatever it was. Right. Or friends of my father's who are contacting my dad and saying, is Sam anti? They have all basically had to shut down. And have walked away from the entire.
Yeah, except Ethan hasn't. That's the point.
Whatever's going on.
They just stopped talking about it.
They've stopped talking
Yes.
about it. And I would imagine if they were forced to have to talk about it,
Aren't you falling for his bait by talking about him instead of the actual issues? No, not necessarily, because every time I talk about this, I'm also showcasing Israeli propaganda, pro-Israeli propaganda, and how it works. He just continues to lash out at those who do choose to talk about Israel. Because remember, it's not just about like how I'm unfairly attacking him.
No name. El Gato game capture card, so I can connect my PlayStation to my laptop, essentially? Is that what it does?
Or anything like that. He also will spend every waking moment criticizing other takes that I have as well, usually from behind a Instagram story that is very difficult to respond to. Ethan claims to be pro-Palestinian, genuinely had no idea. Yeah, he did. He did. All up and down his context nuke, he claimed to be pro-Palestinian. His new narrative is he was just minding his own business and everything started when Denim's and Hassan's community called CPS on him. Yeah, that's also gross. I did not do that, and my community did not do that either.
Because you have a show that follows the news, and I don't know how much, H3 follows the news on a regular basis. But if you had to talk about...
Yeah, he literally tried to deplatform me for months before the CPS call. And there was no point where I ever said anything about him or his children or ever would have entertained something so ridiculous.
Hasan, I want to listen to what Sam is saying, bro.
It's odd. This really sums up the whole thing. Yeah, 6 million views in 5 days, by the way. What a flop this was, huh? God damn. Already doubled the view count of the context nuke in 5 days. The like-dislike ratio ain't good. Yeah, the dislike ratio counter is not correct. It can only make an assumption on what it is. The extension is not accurate. But I mean, I think a lot of people just want to feel like it's valid to convince themselves that this is like a dud or something, and that there isn't a lot of
Bro, the thing fucking blew up. Twitter was on fucking fire when the content cop came out. Like, it is not a fucking dud, okay? And the only people that are hating it are people that already just hate iDubbbz for no reason and would hate on iDubbbz no matter what he did. Even if he made the greatest video that was tailored exactly for them, they would find a way to say that it's shit. Because iDubbbz is a cuck. Ooh.
A lot of people that are not on Ethan's side on this. iDubbbz confirmed the like-dislike ratio is fake. Y'all are about... What do you mean? Likes versus dislikes since published, 85.7%. Y'all are wild about the like versus dislike ratio. Those numbers you get from extensions are not always accurate. Also, it doesn't matter. Enjoy the video. His lovers outnumber them. He's very successful and wealthy from it. He's sexy as fuck, proud of his body. Most of all, he gets to do what he loves for a living. Yeah, I mean, I have my moral convictions. I know I'm right. I've been fortunate enough to build a ginormous community of like-minded individuals who go out and take it to the streets, go out and do fundraising initiatives, and try to make change that we want to see in the world. Of course, I'm going to be calm and collected throughout this entire process, regardless of the endless amount of haters that I cultivate along the way. Most of the time also it's pretty easy because my haters end up revealing their indecent nature fairly quickly in the process. So it doesn't continue to be an extended issue. Yeah, he says yep. Also on top of that I have a wonderful family with the exception of one guy. I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm surrounded by loved ones as well that keep me grounded. I talk to normies all the time that also keeps me grounded. These are all the reasons as to why I don't constantly lose my mind. You know, that's it. Those are the reasons. But most importantly, it is because I know my cause is just, and I know my advocacy is good, and I know that it matters, and I know that it actually has the capacity to make change slowly but surely, marginally. Okay, sometimes it feels like it's impossible. Sometimes it feels like change is impossible.
Jesus, I don't feel like we saw the whole thing. 1 second. Sam, Cedar, H3. I'm not finding a better clip. One day ago. I mean, better than what I just found. I mean, there was a longer version, but like,
of the statistical probability that if they do withstand some kind of anti-Semitic action,
6 months ago,
it will be in the hands of a...
No. Here, let's filter this out to this week. Not the smearing, not the H3 clip. Is this real Ethan Klein? I want to talk to Sam Cedar. Not this. Well, I think that's as good as we're going to find, folks. And let me just scroll back here. Well, we've been streaming for 3 hours now. I think it's enough to call it a day. Folks, thank you for joining us for this Sabra Hummus taste test. I'm going to be gone for a few days, so there's going to be no streams, but like, you know, check out like, Twitter, Instagram, check out Arabs. I might be doing some content with them. Maybe like I'll do a live stream, but like I highly doubt it. I'm not taking like my equipment or stuff. Maybe I could use like Frogan stuff and like we stream from like their place or something. No idea. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of everyone who was in the chat, donating, gifting subs. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you to our new patrons. I promise you guys the show will come back soon. I'll be back in Lebanon on May 5th. We'll have a full-on show with the crew, all that sort of thing. Expect probably a couple more live streams from here in the States. Next week there's going to be something exclusive to members and patrons, and then at least one more stream with everyone. I think I really enjoy like live watching H3 with you guys. You know what I mean? Like when H3 does an episode and there's like something juicy they're talking about. Like if Ethan does talk to Sam Cedar, you bet your ass we're going to fucking react to that next week. If Ethan does talk to Hasan, you bet your ass we're going to watch that together next week. All that sort of shit, all the big stuff, all the big H3 moments. Let's watch them together. Let's do it as a family. I don't want to do it alone. Love you guys. Don't forget, Wegmans hummus, homemade hummus, and the Cedars dark chocolate hummus isn't half bad. Let's just one final look at that tier list. Sorry to be anti-Semitic, Ethan, but Sabra Hummus tastes like dog dick. Okay, Sabra Hummus, a better name. So this is the Sabra Hummus. Greatest hummus is family homemade hummus. Nothing made it to A. Wegmans made it to B. And then the best of Sabra made it to C. And then look, this is what happens when Israelis want to make hummus, okay? I'm sorry for spending money on Sabra. Again, I have donated 50 pounds to Harley's charity. The link is pinned at the top of the live chat, and the link is in the description of the video if you guys would like to contribute to help Mohsen and his family. He's a 24-year-old Palestinian whose life was destroyed by the IDF. He has a family of over 20 people from between parents, grandparents, uncles, cousins, nieces. He's trying to support all of them. They are living in a refugee camp. Please consider giving and supporting them. Fuck Sabra Hummus. Fuck Israel. Fuck Israeli hummus. Fuck cultural appropriation. And actually, one more thing I want to do. Since I already played the song and we're already gonna get copyrighted for this, most likely. Let's do it together.
Quien no tenga una mente que se adapte a la idea de una revolución, quien no tenga un corazón que se adapte.
حطوا الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر قنطاع ولا شبر مدشر ماخده من حسط حسط خلي يده فيها طماع مكمل رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد إذا حطوا الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر قنطاع ولا شبر مدشر ماخده من حسط حسط خلي يده فيها طماع مكمل رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد إذا حطوا الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر قنطاع ولا شبر مدشر ماخده من حسط حسط خلي يده فيها طماع مكمل رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد غير ولاد بلادي بوثقش هداك بفهمش علينا بيعرفش لأنه عمي منعرفش الخوف هم لا خبرة بالرعش عنا الحكي لا هك بنفعش تخاف من الموت من البيت تطلعش شاب مسكر الشارع فوق سكر الشارع ب16 هل كل أعور كان دجال هل كل شخص لحكي الموال أي عائق واقف قدامي كاسترو عمي كاسترو كفيديل كاسترو عمي كاسترو كجفارة لفينا العالم بسيجارة وخاص عودنا نكل شي خسارة بآخر اليوم سدد الحساب هل كل أعور كان دجال هل كل شخص لحكي الموال أي عائق واقف قدامي كاسترو عمي كاسترو كفيديل كاسترو عمي كاسترو كجفارة لفينا العالم بسيجارة وخاص عودنا نكل شي خسارة بآخر اليوم سدد الحساب إذا حطوا الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر قنطاع ولا شبر مدشر ماخده من حسط حسط خلي يده فيها طماع مكمل رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد إذا حطوا الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر قنطاع ولا شبر مدشر ماخده من حسط حسط خلي يده فيها طماع.
Everyone asking, this is Fawzi and the song is called Castro. Right here.
أمن رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد ولا حد بفهم بديش يفهمني كيف فلتاني بيسرب دمي صعب كثير تزيد على همي فلتين انأمني جراح الراح طابت وتعافت شوف لي هموم توقف عكتافك كل القصة صارت امبارح اليوم العادل نفس اللي خان نفس مش طايقة محسوبك لا من بالي تشوفنا مواكن مش ناس نايطة يحرق كل ما جاء قدامي خلفي امامي ما فيش ولا حد يميني شمالي ما حدش رد الناس الصعاليت تنعد نحسبش حساب ولا حد ولا حد ولا حد الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر قنطاع ولا شبر مدشر ما ياخدوا من حسط خالي يده فيها طماع مكمل رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد إذا حط الطرق فاحنا قطاع فشرت عينه بعمر قنطاع ولا شبر مدشر ما ياخدوا من حسط خالي يده فيها طماع مكمل رجله فوق البنزين أمن مش حيفيد التأمين أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد أمنش على حد ولا حد ولا حد.
So the song is called Castro by the artist Fawzi. See you soon, motherfuckers.